A Scott Sports special now, the OVD Junior Cup final between Whitburn and Johnstone Burgh.
Burgh for thrills. It's the OVD Scottish Junior Cup final between Whitburn and Johnstone Burgh, and the supporters of both teams are out in force for the juniors' big day. A very good afternoon to you. Prepare to sit back and watch what should be a cracking game of football. Two teams who fought their way through from an original entry of 163 clubs to make this afternoon's big match. Live coverage coming up here on this channel. And joining me here in the studio this afternoon to give his overview and analysis on the game, Partick Thistle boss John Lambie, who of course knows the junior scene in Scotland. But just before I hand you over to our commentary team, Archie McPherson and Tommy McLean this afternoon, the OVD Man of the Match competition, which gives you the chance to win a full set of strips in the colours of your choice, numbers 1 to 16, tops, shorts and socks. Now, Tommy McLean will be choosing the man of the match, and if your nomination matches his, your name will be put into a draw and the lucky winner will get that fantastic prize. So this is what you have to do. Give us a call on 09009 11 55 00. That's 09009 11 55 00. Nominate your top player this afternoon and leave your name, address and phone number. Of those that match Tommy's choice, one will be picked from the hat, and we'll announce the winner at the end of today's live broadcast. The lines will close at 4:40, so good luck to all of you. Well, the teams are out on the pitch for this OVD Junior Cup final. Let me hand you straight over to our match commentators today, Tommy McLean, and first of all, good afternoon to Archie McPherson.
Very good afternoon to you, Jim, and this is the 15th time that Burgh has hosted a Scottish Junior Cup. Not the kinds of crowds we've seen this week in cup finals at either the Bernabeu or Hampden Park, but the enthusiasm is still the same. Whitburn, who have never won the cup before, nevertheless have experience. They have 10 ex-senior players in the side, including Callum Milne, who was 10 years at Easter Road, and 6'7" Andy Hume, the top goal scorer with 18 goals, 10 in the cup. There's the way they'll play. Clouston, Pryor, Campbell and Milne at the back in front of Burns, and in midfield Hannah, Landels, Bonner, Gilmore, and up front Campbell and the player I was talking about, Hume. Well, Johnstone Burgh won the Scottish Junior Cup twice in the 60s. They've gone through leaner times since then, but they're sounding very confident about this game. They played in a very powerful game in the semi-final and won in a penalty shootout. The player you're going to watch there is John Miller, number 7, playing up front there in that formation. He scored the winning goal for Glenafton, which took the cup to Ayrshire in 1994. The referee today, Mr. Ian Brines. Well, I was out on that pitch. You can see from that shot you're watching there that in actual end of season though it may be, it actually is quite lush in places, and of course it's always very difficult to play finals at this time if the ground is in a very hard condition. And just in front of us in the commentary position, two enthusiastic supports, and beside me a man, Tommy McLean, of course, who is a manager, watched junior football a great deal. You also watched the semi-finals. Tommy, I wonder if you drew any conclusions from the semi-finals as to who might be favourites for this.
Well, I think really looking at it, I would go for the experience of Whitburn. There are a lot of experienced players in there, but the youthful enthusiasm that Johnstone Burgh have will definitely be interesting to see.
And played by Johnstone Burgh, a little turn inside there by Miller. Goal kick though. Well, the juniors bring enthusiastic crowds. Here's the first ball played into goal there, crowded near the near post, making it impossible to make any kind of penetration. Well, I was mentioning the senior players, and Tommy pointed that out, but I think Johnstone Burgh have quite a young team, Tommy. You know, the average age of at least 8 of them is about the early 20s.
Yeah, there are a lot of these players I think they've brought up from Gleneford Thistle, one of the sort of local amateur clubs in the area, and they've got a lot of players from that. So it'll be interesting to see how they adapt. I expect it to be hurly-burly in the early part of the game, but once things settle down and the midfield try and get on the ball, it'll be interesting.
Free kick. Well, they'll be aiming to get that right into the middle towards Miller. And experience, of course, in any cup tie, at any level, is a very significant factor. Last year at the cup final, I just felt that the Kelty and the Buffs go winning. The ground was very, very hard indeed. Control was at a premium, and they found that very difficult. I think the conditions are infinitely better than they were last season. Played out of defence there. That was Hannah. Hannah picking up again, coming from that wide right position. There's a big tall player I was talking about. Well, Tommy, if he can jump, he's 6'7". If he can jump, he must be absolutely invincible in the air.
Well, I think looking at the semi-final, he's a very important player.
Here's the break here. That is a foul, surely. And I'll tell you what, Tommy, it was very close to the box.
Yeah, well, I would honestly think that was possibly in the box there. So the Johnstone Burgh are a little bit unlucky. Look, no, actually contact just outside. So the referee got it right.
It's not often you've said that about referees, Tommy. And it's a unique occasion. A free kick. And there's a booking. Into the book goes Bruce Clouston. He's 33 years of age. One of these players who had senior experience was Stennis Muir, then Arbroath, then moving back into juniors. So hovering over that is John Miller, number 7. You can see him there. These are the things, of course, that have been practiced on the training ground, and that is just beautiful. Stuart Henry puts that right across. And Lindsay, it was Lindsay who measured that to perfection. What I did say, these are the sort of things that have to be shooted in the practice ground. They got it right.
Yeah, definitely got that right. Touch to the side. It was interesting. Callum Mullen was on the back post and then moved off the back post, and he's delivered it into that space. Excellent, well worked free kick. Great delivery.
Sort of thing you used to do yourself, Tommy.
Oh, that's an excellent start for Johnstone Burgh. The young lads will settle down now.
I remember you took a free kick like that in the Scottish Cup final before the official start of the game, and Derek Johnstone scored.
Yeah, that was well back actually. We're going well back now.
Now, slip forward there. Real test now for this Whitburn side. Beautifully executed free kick at any level of football, and there's a little ball played in and just touched away eventually by Derek Heaton. Well, the man who scored that goal has had 7 clubs, no less. Very experienced player, 38 years of age. Played for Airdrie in the senior divisions. And the Johnstone Burgh supporters obviously enlivened by this. And Steve, there's a big man, and that's a great save. That's the man we were talking about. Andy Hume getting up to this.
They've got to take their warning from that, Archie. You know, I think the big lad.
And there's the ball breaking again as we watch that replay. Good save by the keeper.
Very lively start to the game. You know, excellent save from the goalkeeper there, but
well, now this seems to be catching on. It happened in Hampden Park. I have to say that they pounced on him very quickly. Well, let's just say our Sunday entertainment is rather diverse. I'm not asking Tommy McLean to analyse that. I don't want to embarrass him too much. Good start to the game, as Tommy pointed out. I think an early goal like that brings out the best in players, gets the adrenaline pumping in different ways. Now a little bit of space here. No, that's a free kick, surely. Well, there's the challenge going in from the back. He's about 2 seconds late there.
Yeah, definitely foul. I think looking at the way the things are settling down, actually, it looks as if Bruce Clouston can be free from the Whitburn and the fullback area. He could possibly dictate the game for them, but John Miller has got a free role up front for Johnstone Burgh, and he's a lively, penetrating type of player, so it'll be interesting to see how that develops.
Well, certainly the two experienced players for Johnstone Burgh have been prominent so far. John Miller in his early 30s. So Johnstone Burgh looking extremely confident this early in the game. Played here to Ryan. This is Callum Milne now. He's got a great deal of experience, and that's a beautiful ball that can be played forward. And notice how quickly John McClay came back there, the ex-Clyde player. There he is again, just pushing that forward. Our referee rightly waving play on. Trying to get a little bit of space in midfield. Clipped in there by Lindsay. Whitburn playing some nice football at the moment. Now Milne wanted that ball played to him. Here's Milne going forward. Now I wonder, Tommy, in an occasion like that, it was a foul, and I certainly think he's going to be booked, but there was a kind of advantage there to Callum Milne.
This is one of the criticisms in the game. You know, I think the referee is a wee bit uptight at this moment in time. He could possibly have took an extra second there and allowed that to develop, because Whitburn, Callum Milne had made a great overlap into a threatening position. So I think a wee delay in his decision there could possibly have allowed the advantage rule.
Well, this game has all the characteristics that you would expect in a cup final. Enthusiasm, perhaps just a little bit excessive at times, as per that last tackle, but rather that than a timid start. Trying to get it to the big fellow again. This time the flag is up at the far side.
I think Johnstone Burgh are taking a chance actually with it, leaving 1-for-1 with the big lad Hume. I think they could possibly get one in front there, because the height advantage is enormous there. You know, he's going to be a big threat there, so I think Johnstone Burgh have got to possibly get someone in front to sort of check the run a wee bit.
That's the manager, by the way, who I think is experienced as well. Manager Brian McNaughton. Played for Hearts, East 5 and Arbroath. Well, certainly Whitburn not lying down to this. Seem to have stabilised themselves again. Nice ball played forward there. Freighter had to go wide to pick it up. A little bit too obvious with that pass. Coming up, John McClay. Yes, I think he won the corner for that. Good display of persistence by the big fellow. Some tall players in the park. I mean, he's 6'2".
Yes, John in the semi-final, very good left foot. He took the free kicks and corner kicks, although he's been pushed off this one here. Possibly a rehearsed move in training.
Let's see how they can do this. It's a near post one. Yes, the goalkeeper had that covered. Good Whitburn goalkeeper, by the way, Robert Bunns, going up. Yes, this is our man of the match competition. Tommy has the task of picking up 09009 115500. 09009 115500. Nice ball inside, and still danger here. Can he put it away? No, just touch back there. And I think if Colin Campbell hadn't got his head to that, that might have ended in the back of the net. Well, Tommy, I must say, you know, A lot of people say Junior Cup semi-final doesn't have the finesse of others, but there's ample enthusiasm here.
That's what we're finding at this moment in time. Very, very enthusiastic, both teams, the way that they've started the game, and that was a vital touch from Colin Campbell at the back that it could possibly be the second goal.
Well, there was a 1-on-1 again. The big fellow at the back there, he had missed that. That was in the net, and that's a good save again. Clouston driving it in. Look at that dangerous little bobble there. That's awkward for a goalkeeper, Tom.
Yes, it was awkward, but he took it well, comfortable.
You're right about Clouston getting a lot of the ball from the back.
Yeah, I think this is what you'll find. If he can get himself on the ball, you'll find Andy Hume will be the major target for them.
Ken Hanna. There is Hume. Big tall man, they say he's very good on the deck as well. Good control. Here's Gilmer. Trying to jink to the outside. Turned away again from Colin Campbell. There are two Colin Campbells, by the way. Number 8 and number 4. Number 8 up front has slightly less hair. Here's Callum Milne. 10 years, as we said, with Hibs. Then went to Partick Thistle. Knows this pitch well. Got a Scottish junior cap. Some solid tackling going on, and referee getting involved, and there is the number 8 Colin Campbell tracking after that one. Well, I wonder if that's the base of the back or a hamstring. Because there's the manager of Johnstone Burgh, George Walker. He's been connected with the club for almost 20 years. One of these great old contemptibles of junior football, keeping the club going through difficult times, encouraging youth in his side, and I think you can point that out, that Ryan is 21, Clark 23, 24, 22, 23 as you read down the list of names.
Yeah, there are a lot of youngsters in that Johnstone Burgh team, but the one thing that you get from youngsters is enthusiasm, and you see how that they've started this game, and they've got that goal that settled them down very well.
Big support on either side of the ground. They don't use the behind the goal terracings, but just in front of us and on the main stand away and across the other side, you can see it's amply filled with supporters in full throat. Some imaginative chants, to say the least. Game about to restart. Goal kick. And Johnstone Burgh, I think, in the driving seat at the moment, although you have to compliment Whitburn for the way they've tried to recover from that initial shock. It's always horrendous to lose a goal in the cup final so early.
Well, it's really important that you gain a wee bit of stability after losing the goal as early, and I think Callum Milne, you see him taking the ball quite comfortable on it at the back.
Tremendous pace there by Lindsay.
Good tackle again by Bruce Clouston there to get back at Lindsay.
Trying to get round the outside there. Yes, Clouston looks good at the ball, and he has an eye for an interception as well.
Yeah, he's comfortable. He's an experienced player. I think he worked under John at one of the clubs that he's been with, and I think, you know, at the moment he's tucked in a wee bit because they're playing the 3 up front, but I think he should find himself getting out into the wider areas and could possibly dictate the game.
Goalkeeper should get after that, and it's picked up by Frater. There's a little header down. David Broley got up to that. Broley, the top goal scorer for Johnstone Burgh this season. 14 goals he scored. High up and under this time. Sweeping up at the back, Colin Campbell. Yes, a little bit of a backing into Clouston.
I don't think we need to worry where this one's going, Archie.
There he is. Does get a touch to the ball, but nobody coming in his right-hand side, and I think that's a goal kick. I think they feel that there may have been a deflection. There wasn't. The one thing, Tommy, is this about a big fella like that. Now, obviously the ball's going to be played to him, but notice there was nobody running off him.
Colin Campbell there worked into the wider area. I think he initially looked for a ball out into the wide area from Bruce Johnstone, and he was too far away to get support up to him there. But I think that you'll find that Colin will work a bit closer to the big lad Hume as the game goes on a wee bit.
Well, Whitburn have had useful possession, building it up from the back. Try to find Hume. Mighty bounce that time. There's Milne. Neatly brought down. He'll want it back again and gets it. Very neat, precise-looking player, Callum Milne. Breaks to Gilmer. Here's a danger man again, Clouston, once again getting space. Interesting build-up there. Ooh, look at the wrestling going on. The referee not bringing the play to an end. I think it was 6 and half a dozen, to be honest, between the pair of them.
The one thing Whitburn's got to guard against is being too predictable, actually, getting the ball up to the big lad. They've got to vary it a little.
Clay got his head right over the ball there. Only one intention, to go for goal. Now Milne. I think this is just going to be a little bit too much. Campbell gets into it though. Still no free kick. Neatly played to Miller. Miller has been lying just that little bit deeper, and that's too obvious. I wonder about Callum Milne, Tommy. He's a very good player. In fact, John was saying he wouldn't mind him playing senior football yet. I wonder if he's really pushed a little bit too wide. He could be more influential, more central to the play.
Yeah, well, I think the two fullbacks, what you're finding with the three interchanging up front there, that the fullbacks have got to tuck in when the ball's on the opposite side, but when they have the ball, they've got to get out quickly and get themselves free and get on the ball and dictate the game from the back, because they can initiate attacks there. But what they've got to do also is roll the ball occasionally into the midfield, because it's becoming too predictable in terms of back players playing it to the front players.
To the side very neatly. Overdoing it though. Yes, another free kick. Bit of an objection there from Lee Martin. Well, he went after the ball. Free kick. Coming up to the 20th minute. Only that one goal in it. It's locked away. I think that's a goal kick. Well, Johnstone Burgh, as I said at the very start, had won the cup twice and then went through terrible spells. So this is an important one for them to try and establish themselves on the junior landscape again. Whitburn have come so near yet so far. They've been in the final. A much older club than Johnstone Burgh, who were only founded in 1956. There's Milne. That was a good jump by Milne. Good professional way he went after the ball there. Big long leg of Hume came out. And that shot hooked away by Martin though. Well, they may have got that early goal, Tommy, but since then Whitburn will come back into it.
Yeah, Whitburn are looking the more likely at the moment, you know, getting the ball forward early, and the midfield players are supporting.
That's a throw. Looking inside to Hume again. Milne will take this. Back to Landels. Not sure where he was going to put that. Took his eye right off the ball. the way to do it when you're in doubt. Get it way up there. Oh, they've lost the ball. It's not coming back down again. Reluctant to enter the fray again. Lodged in the rim of the stand away in the far side. Here's Hume. Backing off his opponent. And just touched away eventually.
Kenny Hanna on the right wing's looking quite lively for Whitburn in the wide area.
Turned away there by Ryan. Big fella gets up again. He's second effort at it. I know it might be a little bit obvious, but at least he's had 2 clean headers in the game.
Yeah, well, that's the areas. It's the last third of the part, I think, that you've got to look for to utilise Andy Hume. You know, whereas they're using it from too far back the part. If they can get up into the wider areas and get the ball across the defenders rather than
nice ball, by the way.
Great ball for Callum Milne.
There goes Miller. Goalkeeper hesitates. Well, that was indecision for you. No question about that. And eventually Ken Hanna did the right thing. A lot of determination about the way they're picking that ball up in midfield. Picking it up again. Miller back to Ryan. Just got that. Ken Hanna following up very quickly. Clark. Clay. Only getting in behind the defence. Miller is there and they left it to each other, but they're trying to go round. And there is Robert Burns. Not really put to the test there, and Milne is annoyed that there was a bit of space there.
It's an excellent pass from John McClay in the wide left area. He was very influential in the semi-final.
Well, there's a tackle, and Milne using his experience there, Tommy, just blocking it.
Yes, just pushed him into the wide area, didn't get any
penetration. Very difficult in a position like that to use your physique legitimately. I mean, you're always risking a penalty.
Yeah, but Callum's an experienced player, you know, and I think it's just upper body strength there that ushered him off the ball.
Taken by Ryan. Goalkeeper having to play it very wide again. Martin. There's Milne. Nobody challenging him. Gives him plenty of time to think about what he's doing. That was a very useful looking ball. Picked up again by Bonner, but way over the top. Sean Bonner, who's played in 5 of the last 6 Scottish Junior Cup finals. And look at how that ends up. He's played for Camelin and Pollock.
I think that was a great opportunity in that instance for Sean just to roll the ball into the wide area. Kenny Hanna was free on the right hand side, and then he could have possibly played the ball across.
Usually away by Campbell. There he is again, following up on that quickly. Well, they could break anyway. I think the better chances, since that opening goal have fallen to Whitburn. I say the goalkeeper, Johnson Boro's goalkeeper, Alan Donoghue. And this is his 3rd club. He's looking confident. I think that first save helped him out earlier on, Tommy.
Yeah, that settled him down. It was a good save just after them getting the early goal, and that settled him down and gave confidence to the defence there.
So midway through the first half, only one goal in it. Just a kind of repose, almost an interval settled on the game just now after a lot of frantic play, which has burned a great deal of energy on both sides. Maybe not too surprising. Trying to play neat football but getting entangled, as you could see, but walked out there by Graham Landels. Whips that away, Milne. Too strong that time. Well, the pattern of play certainly has been dictated in midfield, I think, more by Whitburn. I noticed they did play some neat football in the semi-final, but ultimately I think they were a bit lucky to get through.
Yeah, I think they were. You know, it went to the penalty kicks, you know, against Burgh, and they were quite fortunate in the end, although I think they scored early in the game.
Yeah. Picked up by Milne again. Ball out of play. Seem to have run out of ideas at the moment.
It's went a bit flat at this moment in time, the last 5 minutes. But it was a very interesting start, you know, enthusiastic start with both teams, but it's went a wee bit flat at the moment. I think what we're needing is someone in the middle of the park to put their foot in the ball and slow the tempo down a wee bit.
Well, this will be played in by Hannah. Campbell. Well, that's a decent looking ball, and it's just over. Well, I think he did very well. I think indicating a goal kick. They feel there'd been a bit of a deflection, but the referee is quite adamant about that.
Yeah, it was one of them. I think the lad was quite fortunate there. I think it was a good bad one, as we call it in the trade, coming across there.
Wiped away, good tackling midfield again. That's opened out very nicely to Landels. Can he get it wide? Coming back there is McClay, the player that Tommy thinks has been very significant in the game. Just making his presence felt just about there.
Yeah, that was a good 1-2 there from Whitburn. That's what I think Whitburn's got to do, get their midfield players closer to the front players so they can feed off them and get the touches and what have you.
Free kick. Well, now let's see if Whitburn can emulate that excellently executed free kick we saw earlier on in the game at the other end. Callum Milne with it. Certainly further out. But of course they've got the big beanpole in there.
Still allowing 1-for-1 at the back.
And in fact, Hume is right at the corner of the penalty area, and he tried to take him on with a lower ball there. Maybe not too surprising, the element of surprise. There it's ticked in. Well covered. Landels. Well, that might have been a free kick as well. Is it going to the big man? He gets in there. So, 3 times in this game, he has conquered in the air with no luck.
That's the areas of the field that they've got where they can get the danger, is coming across defenders like that. A great ball in from Stuart Gilmer on the right-hand side, and the big lad Hume should definitely have done better than that.
Well, he scored in every round in the Cup up to the semi-final. 10-0. Hard tussle and just a little bit ragged getting in midfield now. At the back, Campbell. He always tries to play the ball about intelligently. You could see what he was trying there. I think Hannah going forward was trying a little back flick.
Yeah, definitely tried. Good movement off the ball. Great delivery from Callum Milne again. Tried a reverse header there.
Just missed out on that.
Corner kick will be interesting again.
Well, the big fella's dancing just on the line virtually, and that's a little bit too much, yes.
Overhit.
Too much swerve in that. Well, no matter how big you are, Tommy, you know, you sometimes get a player who's spring-heeled and can out-jump even the tallest
well,
player.
I found it, you know, he went in at the front post area there, and Johnstone Burgh managed to crowd him out, so there wasn't a lot of movement from Andy Hume there, and they tried to get a lad coming round late at the back post area, but the corner kick was overhit from Kenny Hanna there.
Out of play. I think they have tried to vary the play a little bit.
But definitely, you see at the free kicks, there's definitely been a lot of thought put into them. You know, it's been very interesting, and they've obviously worked on free kick set pieces, both clubs.
Well, there's a player injured on the far side, but it's picked up by Ryan. Good run by Ryan on the right-hand side. The early ball has to go in, corner kick. Conceded by Bruce Clouston. Second spell with the club. 33 years of age, still going strong, and has played this game intelligently. The play has stopped. We have an injury on that far side. By the way, I should point out that there is a national OVD award for goal scoring, and at the moment that Whitburn are 21 equal with Tayport, who scored 21 in only 3 rounds of the Cup, although they had a 13-goal victory over Fochabers. And accounted for it. Robert Burns didn't get that one, and there he is, looking confident again. The man who played in 2 Junior Cup finals. He goes up for this, Tom. He was only 17 when he played for Blantyre Vicks.
Yeah, back then, I think that was another good delivery from John McClay on the right-hand side. The lad I was talking about, the left fullback, put in a decent cross there. Dangerous for the goalkeeper, and fumbled, possibly somebody coming up, and that could have cost him a wee bit there.
Landels. Hanna picks it up. Going for this man again, a little bit of mistake there as Gilmore tries to get it over. Good recovery though. Ryan came up with him very quickly. Campbell is up. And this time Hume was merely a spectator in the middle of the penalty area.
Alec Ryan initially blocked it well, but then kicked it back in towards the danger area there, and Whitburn could possibly have capitalised on that error.
Just about 12 minutes left of this half. You could hardly say that Johnstone Burgh have built on the lead. I mean, they haven't threatened Robert Burns in goal all that much.
No, I think they've been forced back actually. And when you look at the two teams there, you know, with Johnstone Burgh playing a sweeper at the back, they're getting forced back the way, and it means their midfield players are coming back on top of their back players, and they're detached from the front. So they've got a lot of work to do to get up there. I would like to see their midfield pushing further up the park to get closer to the front players.
Out there to Henry. Ryan gives support. Oh, he was very tenacious there. Needs a back header. That looked like hands, I wonder. Loud shout from the Johnstone Burgh supporters just to my right-hand side. Looking a little bit dicey now. It came from this, Tom. We'll just watch it as it goes in here. Little touch back. Oh,
no,
accidental.
I'm not sure. Accidental, in my opinion, there. Accidental. A slight touch from the striker.
No, straight to the
Burley.
face.
But no, I think that was accidental.
Yes, he took it square on there. Good ball played in, and we talked about the enthusiasm of these players, but I think you've got to cultivate it into, you know, a discipline of perseverance, and I think Ryan showed it there. I mean, just wasn't running willy-nilly. Good runs, intelligent runs.
Yeah, Ryan's been looking to get down in the wide area, but that's a couple of times that I think his cross could have been better delivered, you know, into more central areas there. Here's another opportunity for him. Offside.
Well, you know, seeing highlights of the Brazil game, that they've got a wonderful fullback called Cafu who does everything brilliantly until he gets into the penalty box and can't produce a finishing shot or cross.
Well, he didn't do too bad in the Wales game when he was finishing that one, but I know what you mean. It's depressing when you get into these areas of the park and you don't get quality deliver coming across defences, because that's still the thing in the modern game. We talk about the game's change, but still the thing that people are interested to see is crosses coming in the box and strikers getting on the end of them.
Well, no creativity about that pass forward. There's a run. Milne did very well to cut that off. Frater was after it. At the back, Clark. How's that to go? But
that type of ball definitely is gobbled up for modern defences when it comes in straight line back to front there. You know, it's very, very easy. I think it's far, far too predictable. It should definitely have been rolled into the middle of the park there.
Dragging the player with him. Well, Milne had gone inside, but he didn't see that. Well, they're putting some work in the ball here without making all that much progress. Will he get it through neatly to Cameron in his first touch? Let him down there. Nice, neat build-up by Whitburn. Oh, they're still picking up a lot of good ball in midfield, Landals. Gilmour again. Seen a little bit more of the play in the latter part of this half. Oh, good play on the play now. Picked up here by Frater. Is anybody coming up? No. He gets into a bit of a fankle. That was Landals taking his eye off it. Here's the big fellow. Can he make it? Hume. He does. To Gilmour. Oh, he should have played that wide. Backed up by Callum Milne, who's wants it back again. Penalty kick.
I'm not sure of that one, actually, to be fair. I think the lad got the tackle in. I'd like to see it again.
Here we go. Well, Tommy, sometimes the camera never lies.
Thank goodness I'm not a referee.
Yeah. Well, thank heaven we've the benefit of slow motion replay, let's put it that way. Well, Mark Hugh, amused though may be about it, Callum Milne certainly isn't.
No.
But that was a good professional thrust by Milne, wasn't it?
Well, this is what we see, you know, get the ball, short, sharp passes into people and then feed off them. That's exactly where you can bring people and bring them into the game there.
Well, I'm sure he's not bothering at this stage. Coming, by the way, the vital time, as you can see, from our clock in the screen there, towards the end of the half. They've had a lot of possession. There's the manager again. They've had a lot of possession, and maybe we're getting that little bit frustrated despite that all.
I think they were. I think Callum's going to take the responsibility here, dust himself down and get on with it.
And indeed he is. What a vital kick this is. Now, they were both involved in penalty shootouts, by the way. Not the best penalties I've ever seen by either side. But they came through, that gives them experience. So, Milne versus Donoghue. He's done it! And he did it so simply. And I think he deserves it, not just for the clinical way he put that into the back of the net, but how he worked for it.
Yeah, he definitely worked hard for it, and he's got his reward there, and he took it very well. Good firm penalty, send the goalkeeper the opposite way. I think it's the least Whitburn deserved. You know, they definitely came back into the game, and they deserved the reward for that.
Oh, I think they've been the better side since the opening goal.
Yeah, I think without any shadow of a doubt. It's very important now for Johnstone Burgh to try and stem the tide a wee bit here.
Now, can they pick themselves up? They ideally would have loved to go in at the interval by that one-goal lead. Now it's cut back. little bit of thrust at this stage would help them out. Put out there by Milne again. Tried to bring Campbell into the action away wide on the right-hand side. Well, no disrespect to the winning Rangers, the Buffs and Kelty last season, but I think this is a better game, even in the first half, than the entire game last season.
Both teams deserve a lot of credit for how they went about it. You know, it's a final. Both have set out with the sole intention of winning this cup.
Lovely little ball to Miller, then there's Burns. He seemed to be a little bit stranded. Burgh trying to fight back. Now here's Lindsay. Bit of a wrestling match then. I think it's Whitburn's ball.
Great cross from John Miller there in the wide right, the back post area. Someone could possibly have been coming in that one.
3 minutes to half-time plus some stoppage time. One each. Miller wanting that ball again. Now 1-1. Milner's with them and headed away there by Clouston. Oh, good tackling there. Lendel's puts it out. Not such a good ball forward though. Again by Pryor. And I think offside. Standing just a little bit low. Hume can't get it through. We'll try the longish one once the players get into the box. There it goes. Ooh, hesitation. Hooked away eventually by Pryor. There's McLean, all he can do is flick it away. And I think Johnstone have been quite shocked by this.
Yeah, I think it's knocked them off their stride a wee bit. It's really important, I think, for both sets of midfield players. They've got to be brave enough to get the ball down and play shorter, sharper passes and bring people into the game. It's so easy just to play the ball forward and then get up after it.
No free kick. Miller with it again. I thought he was waiting for Ryan to come forward. Miller, that was a decent effort at it. Gilmour's in the free. He has two men up front. They're shouting for him to get that ball across. He does now. Who just touched away there? That was a vital interception by Grant Clark. No messing about. Whipped away there by Colin Campbell. Signed on the March deadline for junior football from Berwick.
Yeah,
also played for Alloa and Peter the South.
Good season pro. I saw him earlier in the season when he was playing with Berwick against Forfar, and he done a good job there. He tends to drop off and act more as a sort of cover centre half rather than a marking type of centre half.
Three minutes of stoppage time to play after this. Not a bad ball again. They were claiming as Brawley went up for that he was impeded. Don't really think so, Tommy.
No, I think that's Callum using his experience again, just sort of using his body strength, sort of going against the big fella. They've got their own. We're talking about Andy Hume important for Whitburn, but David Brawley is equally important for Johnstone Burgh. John McClay getting into the wide area delivered a good cross there, and David Brawley could possibly have gotten the end of that one.
Kept his balance well. That's opened out beautifully there by Ryan. Well, I think Burns will be delighted to get that clear now. Here's a bit of space. McClay goes back to defend. And putting it in. That wasn't a bad ball.
Offside.
And offside, yeah.
Oh, I thought the striker, Andy Hume, sort of went a bit early there and got beyond Stephen Pryor. Sorry, Derek Keaton.
But that's the position now. They're obviously, Johnstone Burgh stunned by that, are trying to push forward, but they left a little bit of gap
Yeah,
at
they
the
left
back.
us exposed a wee bit there. John McLeay had pushed forward, and Kenny Hanna had received the ball from the goalkeeper there, had acres of space to get forward and deliver the ball into the box.
It's an awkward one for the goalkeeper there, so he kept his head very well, Donahue. Disappointing ending to that. Well, we're talking about the long ball played forward, easily read in the modern game. You think that's passing out of fashion now, Tom?
Yeah, I think so, actually. By the time the ball arrives, you know, if you're talking about a pass 25, 30 yards, by the time the ball arrives, the modern defender should have that closed down. I think it's got to be shorter, sharper passes into the midfield, back, and then up to the front people, rather than going straight back to front.
1 minute of stoppage time to go. And in front of me, the mass ranks in our stand of Johnstone Burgh and Whitburn supporters, with the noises fluctuating back and forward. Really have been involved in this game. Blending at the right kind of atmosphere for the cup final as the whistle goes to end the first 45 minutes in a game, by comparison with last season's cup final, infinitely more entertaining, better football, and 2 goals in it. That excellently executed free kick we saw initially from Colin Lindsay, superb strike, and then that equaliser after Callum Milne brought down, took it himself and slotted it away. So the score at half-time, Johnstone Burgh 1, Whitburn 1.
Yeah, thanks very much to Archie and Tommy for first half commentary. Let me tell you, there are 7,000 people in this ground at the moment, and they are still coming in. Whitburn 1, Johnstone Burgh 1 at half time. The thoughts of John Lambie on those first 45 minutes coming right up after this break.
Absent friends.
So where exactly is it that they've gone?
Straight to the bottom of the property ladder, I think.
What I want to know is, what are they running away from?
Well, decent Chardonnay for one.
What is this thing that they're actually opening?
Let's face it, she'll be back as soon as she's run out of leg wax.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I tell you, I'd go tomorrow.
You said that yesterday.
In tests against water, isotonic Lucozade sport drinks keep top athletes going 33% longer.
It's a ball.
Sportal. Sport on the internet. Delivered by professionals.
The mobile phone is changing. Switch to BT Cellnet's new internet phone and you can email anyone in the world. So now, for the same price as an ordinary mobile, you can keep in touch with whoever you want, whenever you want. Surf the net. Surf the BT Cellnet.
The new 4x4 from Black & Decker. Twists and turns, no problem, and it's great on the straight. The new 4x4, only from Black & Decker.
It's the Carland Bank Holiday Spectacular, with thousands of quality used cars at fantastic prices.
All with low interest rates available. Like Mondeos from just £19 per week. Victras from only £19 per week. And Lagunas from £19 per week. And if your old car is full deposit, no cash required. Carland, Glasgow, open all weekend. It's the Bank Holiday Spectacular. London Road at the end of the M74, just minutes from the M8.
We've done it again. Not only this wardrobe for £150, but this and this. In fact, all three for only £250. That's less than half price.
In a time of warriors, the Vikings were the most feared warriors of all. Only one place can take you to that time. Vikingar Logs. Dare you enter.
At Safeway Direct, we specialise in individual sofas for individual people. So for the best choice in Scotland, visit Safeway Direct.
Safeway Direct.
Well, I tell you, I'd go tomorrow.
You said that yesterday.
Oh, here we go.
Welcome back to Firhill Stadium in Glasgow. It's the final of the OVD Scottish Junior Cup. It's half-time. It's Whitburn 1, Johnstone Burgh 1. John Lambie was watching that first 45 minutes with me. What did you make of it, fair and square?
Yeah, I think it's a fair result, really. I think Johnstone Burgh started the game very well and took the game to Whitburn, and they scored a good goal, although I'd have been disappointed with my back four. I thought we got caught flat-footed and square at the back.
They seemed to sit back a wee bit after that, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. I mean, you're saying Johnstone Burgh's definitely sat back and let Whitburn back in the game. Whitburn had most of the ball and more possession, and I felt if Whitburn could have got the ball into wide areas, it would have caused them all sorts of problems. But all credit to Whitburn, they came back and got the equaliser.
Yeah, let's have a look and see if the match statistics match up to John's analysis there. There we are. As we know, it's 1 goal apiece. Whitburn 6 attempts on goal to Johnstone's 4. 4 of them on target for Whitburn to Johnstone's 2, and both sides having had 2 corner kicks. Let's have a look at the first goal, John. It did come from a free kick. We were actually shouting penalty when the boy went down, but when we see this again, he was just outside the box.
Definitely outside the box. But there's the situation. Whitburn getting caught with no depth in the back. I mean, Bruce Gleeson's left 1 for 1, and Bruce really just that wee bit of pace he lacks, and the boy gets in the goal side of him, and he comes across Bruce, which was good attacking play.
Lovely free kick when you see it there.
Superb free kick, but Callum Milne was on the post, as Tommy McLean said, and he came off the post. I think if he'd have stayed on the post, if we watch it here, I mean, I think Callum would have headed that away.
Yeah, the goalkeeper was left a bit exposed there.
Yes, he was. He came off his line. I don't know if he thought that Callum was still on the post or no, but all credit to Johnstone, but I mean, the boy Lindsay took a superb free kick.
We said earlier that once Johnstone scored, they did seem to sit back a little, and Whitburn were pressing forward, and the fullback Clouston had a great attempt on goal.
Yes, he had a right foot shot. It was well out right enough. I mean, he'd been disappointed really if their own goalkeeper.
What an effort, though.
But it was a good effort, yeah. I mean, I'd like to have seen Bruce pushing forward a wee bit more on that right-hand side, because he has got the experience to cause him a wee bit of problems.
Yeah, you were criticising Callum Milne a wee bit for his defensive qualities there, but up front he was certainly getting the crosses in, and big Andy Hume getting on the end of them.
Yeah, that's right, but I felt really when the balls were coming in, the crosses were coming in, if you have a look at that one, that's fair. There are only 2 in the box, Hume and Campbell, the 2 strikers. I felt if they were getting the ball into wide areas and getting the ball into the area, I felt really that Whitburn should have been attacking it with another forward, but another midfield player attacking spaces in the box.
And this man Hume gets on the end of this one again, but he's just not getting on target today.
He gets in between 2 defenders there, and I know he's 6'4". He could be a lot better in there. I've seen Big Andy playing 2 or 3 times, but he gets his touches because of his height. But if he'd have nodded that one down, it was a definite goal. But he causes problems with his height. And
when Whitburn did equalise, John, it came from the penalty spot, and again Callum Milne involved, and there is absolutely no doubt that this is a penalty kick.
A definite penalty kick when you see it. But Callum Milne absolutely superb there. I mean, Callum actually made it for himself, and he got the penalty kick, and to be honest, he finished the penalty kick off superbly.
But I mean, you said to me when he was lining up he's going to score, and he did.
Yeah, he took the first one against Burgh, and typical of the experience that Callum's got, he sets the standards with the players on the park. He's too good a player to be playing junior football.
Yeah. That mean you're going to sign him again?
Well, I tried to sign him before this year, but Whitburn had more money to pay than I had, to be honest with you, Jim. But I would definitely sign Callum, there's no doubt about it. But I think there are a lot of other senior clubs in the first and second division would definitely go for Callum.
OK, John, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. We're going to take a very quick break here. The full second half coverage of this OVD Scottish Junior Cup final coming up, so don't go away.
Homebase have been hammering down prices again.
Prices hammered, Leslie.
We're hammering up to 30% off the price of all exterior paints.
Ooh. And these? Oh.
We're hammering up to 20% off the price of all resin furniture and barbecues.
Great prices.
They've been hammered.
And we're hammering up to 20% off the price of all hedge and grass trimmers.
Hammered. Price hammered. Hammered. Hammered.
With prices hammered right around the store,
hammered.
You're better off at Homebase.
The new Mazda Premacy from £14,405 on the road. All of our cars come with a 3-year warranty and an impeccable reputation for quality.
There's at least 20% off at the massive Halfords bike sale, including suspension mountain bikes.
The kitchen cloth can be a breeding ground for bacteria. New Domestos household wipes contain a non-bleach solution that cleans and kills bacteria.
Day 41, nothing to report. Day 96, nothing to report. Day 210, still nothing to report.
Something to report. Dr. Harris has been replaced. Victory is ours!
Connect with Sony and you connect with a whole new world.
Sometimes all I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. All I need is the air.
If you love wood, you'll love Sadolin. Sadolin wood stains contain natural earth pigments, enhancing the beauty of wood, providing protection that lasts. Do you love wood? Sadolin, you love wood.
Progress isn't necessarily a good thing. Take bouncy castles, for example. They're bouncier and more fun than their stone counterparts. But quite frankly, the dungeons are a bit of a joke. Sloppy thinking. New McEwen's SPA, however, is an inspired fusion of body and crispness. Believe me, that's good progress.
Loads of toppings that go right to the edge on a thin, crisp base. The Edge from Pizza Hut. Have you been to the Edge?
At Reed, the Washington sofa with no deposit and 3 years interest-free credit is only £18 per month. Think you know Reed? Think again.
No place like Reed.
From now until the end of July, Mazda dealers are taking £1,500 off the price of all new premises.
Well, welcome back to an absolutely packed Firhill Stadium. But just before I hand you back to Archie, don't forget our competition. Real good one this if you are involved with a football team. It's a chance to win a full set of strips numbers 1 to 16 in the colours of your choice. If you can match Tommy McLean's choice of OVD Man of the Match. Phone is on 09 009 11 55 00. That's 09 009 11 55 00. Tell us your Man of the Match and leave your name, address and phone number. The winner picked from the hat will be announced at the end of the programme. Well, John, at the moment, I think you think Callum Milne's playing a great game for Whitburn, but how do you see it going this second half?
Well, I think it's got to be tight, really. I think the three front line for Johnstone Burgh could cause Whitburn problems because they're quite quick, and Whitburn's got to be aware of that and don't get caught how they got caught with the first goal, get caught very square. But I feel that Whitburn played the better football in the first half, and if they can play the football and get it into wide areas and get it across and get people in the end of big Humes crosses, I think Whitburn could do it.
Although as soon as Johnstone Burgh lost that penalty, suddenly they came back into the game, they revitalised them.
That's right, but they fell back. They fell back after they scored the goal. They lay back. They had, in fact, if you watch the game there, you'll see they had 5 at the back at times, and they had 3 in the midfield. So they fell back into defence and allowed Whitburn to get control of the ball and gain confidence with getting a lot of the ball. I just feel that Whitburn could have been pushing the ball a lot wider at times and getting it in to strengths. The big boy's 6'7", whatever height he is. Get it into him and get people off of him, playing off him.
OK, John, we'll hear more from you later. Just before we go back to Archie, let's go down to Katrina Harvey, who's with Whitburn manager Brian McNaughton.
Fuck's sake.
And the second half starts here. Afraid we didn't pick up that interview there. I don't want to put the kiss of death on any side, but John, Tommy and myself favour Whitburn at the moment in terms of prediction of game. Certainly played the better football for a large part of that first half and deservedly came back. I'm sure Tommy McLean is delighted he's still got another 45 minutes to make up his mind as to who the player of the match will be. There's one of the candidates sending that ball forward, Callum Milne. But I don't think there's any use disguising the fact that we think Whitburn are the better side at the moment.
I think the way the game panned out in the first half there, I think Whitburn definitely looked the superior team. Johnstone Burgh obviously started well and finished well, but you know, Whitburn, as I say, are still the favourites in my opinion.
Goal kick awarded there. That's a big fellow who's had 3 very good headers at goal, testing Alan Donoghue. And we were saying earlier on that Whitburn would have to try to vary the play, not make it as predictable as trying to find his head all the time. And to their credit, towards the second, third of that first half, they did exactly that. And by the way, our apologies for not getting that interview, because I think Brian, the manager, had to get down very quickly there. Just missed out on them. Managers have got a lot to do in cup final day, that's for sure. Right now, played to McLean, a big lanky forward, and that's a decent ball played in, and an appeal hand used, but Milne, quite unperturbed about that, just strides away, or tried to. That's his first mistake of the game. That's a little bit too near the keeper, and no wonder David Broley was annoyed there. He was lying free in the penalty area.
Yeah, I think John Miller should have had a better delivery there. A mistake by Callum Milne allowed him to get in there, but better quality was expected from the cross there.
Here's the man he must not give space to, Clouston, putting it out wide. Hannah. There's a testing ball, brilliantly saved. Superb header there. Stuart Gilmer. And that ball almost raged its way into the back of the net.
That's still the most dangerous cross, actually. I hate repeating myself, but from the wide area, the last third of the park, balls coming across defenders, I think Whitburn definitely have the upper hand there, and that's the areas that they've got to work into. Stuart Gilmer on one side, Kenny Hannah on the other, and it was interesting, it came from Kenny Hannah, and Stuart Gilmer got in the end of that one.
Well, there we are, another test, this time in the air. The aerial bombardment continues. Yes, he's done it. It's Campbell, in fact. Campbell gets in there, and another crucial part of this game puts him in the lead, and he's trying to remain utterly calm, the manager. Up went Campbell to take that, and it was the big fellow Colin Campbell who comes in there, and look at the covering, it's woeful.
Yeah, definitely. They overloaded at the front, and he's got himself free coming in on the end there. Nobody near him. Goalkeeper in no man's land. Goalkeeper, if he decides to come, must be more positive than that.
I wonder, Tommy, if they're distracted by the big fellow.
Yeah, well, this is what I think. You know, you see the three at the front there are overloading on the big fella. And Colin Campbell's got free on it. Here, John McClay.
A little bit of a deflection, but it went in, and the Johnstone Borough supporters can hardly believe they've come back as strongly again. And for Robert Burns, in goal there, you can say the best laid schemes of Einstein men going after Clay, because he looked as if he would have it, and there was a slight deflection, I think. Let's watch it again, Tommy.
Cross coming across defenders. John McClay touches past Bruce Close and gets a strike. I think it hits Colin Campbell, who comes across here. And Colin Campbell comes across, yeah, deflection there. But John McClay, really positive, great way to respond after losing a goal. Deserves a lot of credit.
Only way to come back.
That's exactly how to respond after losing a goal.
Well, this game is panning out excellently. 2 each now. And a long way to go to decide who wins this cup. Well, that's offside, surely. Yes, indeedy.
Well, we've got the same again, Archie, the same start to the second half as we had in the first half. Two teams committed to going and winning this competition. Both teams deserve a lot of credit on how they went about it.
Well, you can hear the chants and the counter chants. Up it goes again. There's Gilmore back inside. Johnstone Borough getting back. Looked a little bit flat there. It's going to be interesting, Tommy, to see how Whitburn react to that. I mean, they were on a high, 2-1 up, good goal, and then suddenly back to level.
Yeah, it's how you respond. You know, it's the old story that you're never more dangerous than when you score a goal. It's really important that you get possession of the ball again. And unfortunately, Whitburn didn't do that. And Johnstone Borough, to their credit, you know, got on the end of it and responded in the proper manner.
Free kick, easing the pressure there. Just kept in play well. McClay's done well in this game. There's a big fella again.
Yeah, he's a bit on the slow side, but he's got a very educated left foot. And in the semi-final, as I said, he was a very important player for Johnstone Borough.
Difficult to dispossess as well. He's got that long, loping stride of his. Here he is. There's a ball played in there. And the challenge. Oh, yes. No apologies.
Another booking, but as I say, I think the game's been played in a very sporting. I think it's just committed players this time in the tackle a wee bit there.
Well, I think George Walker might be going through a somersault of emotions. Slightly depressed at losing a goal early in the half, and then that sudden comeback by the big fellow just about to take this. He's going for a long one off the post. Wonderful strike there by Martin. Well, it didn't seem as if there was any danger. He looked up and then let fly. That's a good strike.
Magnificent strike. Goalkeeper, I think, thought that was going past, but that's from about 25 yards. It just shows you how Johnstone Borough has responded here.
There's a test for the goalkeeper again. He was under pressure. George Alberts would have been proud of a strike like that. That's a corner, and they're just a little bit rattled. Callum Mill, not at all happy there. A little irascible character in the middle of the penalty area just for a moment. Mariveri, the player, there's no doubt about it. Johnstone Borough inspired by that equaliser. There it is again now. This time Burns does get down to it very well.
Good driven ball, low across there, and a good strike at the edge of the box. Centre half.
Yeah. Derek Heaton up on that. A man who suffered a lot of injuries in his career, held him back greatly. Only one team in it at the moment. So much for our predictions, Tommy, but there we are.
Here we go.
Here they go.
Here we go.
Appeals for a penalty. Now then, Tommy, if you were a manager on the bench, I don't think you would be sitting at the moment after that.
I think really, to be fair, this is my second plaudit for the referee there. I thought he got it right. I thought it was a good tackle.
Well, we shall see in a moment. Here he goes. They went for the ball.
Yeah,
no
I think he got the ball there. A good tackle there.
See the converging on him at the moment. Oh, the arms were out all the same.
Yeah, I think the striker obviously is claiming
Mark,
because...
let's admit we've seen penalties given for that.
Yeah, obviously if I was on the bench I'd be up claiming for that one, but the referee I think got that one right.
Well, claiming that Hume was backing in. I think it was absolutely right there. Let me remind you, the referee is Ian Brines. There he is. Had a good game so far, I think. Look at the change in the mood of this Johnstone Burgh team. Well, they made a mistake there, but from back to front now, they're playing with a great deal of enthusiasm.
Yeah, I think
it's almost as if they've got off the hook.
You know, the first half, the Johnstone Burgh midfield players, Colin Lindsay and Stuart Hendren, were getting pushed back, but now that you find they're getting themselves on the ball and John McLeay's coming out of the back. John Lambie made the point there earlier that they were sort of playing a 5 at the back.
Now here's Ryan, who's looked good in this game in his attacking mode. There's McLeay. Went after that, I think, David Brawley. Yes, I think he realised he was hit there. Well, Brian McNaughton, as I said, he's had experience with Hearts, East Fife and Broth and Forfar as a player. Younger man on his opposite number. And no challenge this time on Buns. I think we're going to have a substitution shortly. It looks like Wilson. Here's a break on the right-hand side, and good interception there. Grant Clark, Player of the Year a couple of years ago with Johnstone Burgh, ex-Shettleston Juniors. Should be picked up and is. Will. Well, the team we fancied at half-time, Tommy, seems to have lost their way at the moment. Oh, there's a touch and the goalkeeper. Can it be put in? It's touched over. Well, now, Freighter didn't give up on that when it looked as if he might lose it.
Yeah, the goalkeeper definitely should have took the responsibility there. Slow coming off his line, but credit to Alan Freighter there. Got through in the end. Good striker following things in there.
the substitution about to come up. And it is number 15, Terry Wilson, coming on. The man coming off Graham Landals, and coming on Terry Wilson. First season with Whitburn. He has 4 Scotland under-21 caps.
Yeah, he's one that played with Nottingham Forest, actually. A very experienced player, played in cup finals, and he's played with the Scotland under-21. You know, so he could possibly be a player that could influence this game a wee bit, you know, by getting the ball down and passing it. Good experience, as I say, at a top level. I think it was a knee injury that forced him to retire.
Yeah. But But at this stage, invaluable experience to bring on now. But I really do seem to have the legs for this game at the moment. Splendid cross pass there by McClay. That's tempting again. Can he get it across? He can't. Well, this man, Alan Prater, is really getting in behind the defence again. He's got a little bit of pace. The ex-Clydie Stirling and Partick Thistle player.
I think what you're finding now, John Miller has pushed himself further over to the right-hand side to try and restrict Callum Milne and give him a bit more responsibility in his defensive qualities, because Callum Milne was definitely an important player in the first half. So
stifled him a bit now.
Yeah, they've definitely settled him and kept him back the pack a wee bit and trying to pose him one or two problems defensively.
Long push forward again. I think that'll go out of play though. Well, it certainly is now. Well, you know, after about 35 minutes of the first half, it seemed to die just a little bit. And I think the game really did need a good burst in the second half, and we've got exactly that.
We got that, and as I say, it's important for both players now, you know, that the game could go either way, because it's swung back and forward. Each have had their share of ascendancy there, and it's an important stage in the game now.
There's the man of the match competition. Tommy is making his adjudication even as we speak. Number there to call is 09009 115500, 09009 115500 for a man of the match competition. Open out well this time. There's the sub. Almost got that through. Sent forward. Ooh, tell you what, I didn't think that was offside.
Neither did Colin. Look at him giving the linesman a bit of stick there, but he was on the last man, and as the ball was delivered, you know, it was one of the borderline decisions. Brian getting a bit excited. I don't know why these managers on the bench get excited, actually.
No, I don't know. I mean, you led by example. Cool and resourceful.
Cool, calm.
Touched away there. Marky, I just wonder whether it's a development in the game or not, Tommy, that, I mean, I noticed it all over Europe. The assistant referees, they call them now, have turned out to be making more and more decisions that are borderline, and sometimes I think making great mistakes. And I don't know if it's because television is exposing them a little bit more than in the past.
Yeah, I think you're right there, actually. They're definitely influencing games now with these buzzers that they've got and what have you. They're taking more part than ever in the modern day game. This is one, I think Stuart Gilmour is one that I'd like to see attacking the fullback a bit more. He's getting pushed back. Alec Ryan, the right back for Johnstone Burgh, is pushing him further and further back the park there.
The side it goes. His free kick just clicked his heels there.
We're at a stage in the game, I think, after an hour, that both sets of players have given a lot, and I think a wee bit of tiredness is now creeping into the game. So it's really important. Possession of the ball is the most important thing for both teams at this moment in time.
Another testing ball to go high into this penalty area. I think he was inclined maybe to change his mind and play it square, but in it goes. Wasted effort that time. Trying that longer ball through there, but Johnstone Burgh picking up so many balls in midfield now. I think that ball's just gone over. Well, that was the pace of Alan Frater again. A bit of a collision there, yes. Going straight towards our cameraman down there.
Trying to get a close-up there, actually.
Yeah, we're worried about the camera rather than the cameraman. I think that's more expensive. Not talking to me now, it's 1.5 for down. Right, just playing to the outside to Gilmour. Now Campbell. That's Gilmour, a lot of pace in the left-sided player across there. Taking his time, allowing the player to recover. The big fella does get his head to this time. Well, when that run was made by Hannah, I think he slightly took his eye off the ball. That was powerful, and I think free kick given. Went for the ball though, and I think accidental collision. Certainly Colin Campbell down there. Yes, he took it very hard indeed.
Typical committed challenge there. I don't think there was any intention of injuring the player there. His eye was on the ball, but slightly mistimed. A foul, definitely, but I don't think anything.
Well, he scored 17 goals this season, so he's been a useful player for the squad. Started his career with Gallifrey.
He's a very important player. In the semi-final, gave really good movement off Andy Hume. Today, a wee bit restricted, although that's obviously good marking by Grant Clark and Johnstone Burgh at the back. But definitely a goal threat is Colin Campbell.
Well, he's enjoying it. Exhilarating experience for this man with his transparent drum. Town crier for Whitburn. Well, that was wasted. Yeah, just get the impression that they have lost their way a little bit, out of touch.
Yeah,
letting this game drift towards Burgh.
One or two signs that they're getting a wee bit angry with each other. They're moaning at each other, lost their way a wee bit. So it's really important to regain their composure.
All these high balls being picked off by either defence now. Johnstone Burgh have improved enormously. McClay getting this on the left-hand side again. Good play, and he lets it go past them. I think that underlined what you said about him. He doesn't have that sharpness.
The lack of pace, I think, is the problem. But you know, he definitely gets good quality from his left foot. But pace is definitely a problem, and I think in the modern game you need that wee bit extra. I think that's the thing that he's lacking for John to go all the way to the top. But he's young. He's still capable.
Yeah. He's only 23. Keep it in play. It is, but no problem at the back there. Henry got rid of that. Look at the pace there I was talking about, Tommy. You know, he really is fast.
Lively.
Yeah,
Frater and John Miller, definitely lively players.
That's not a bad ball. Sends in an early ball very well, McClay. And all these elements weren't showing so well for Johnstone Burgh in the latter part of that first half. We're seeing it now.
I think there's a slight wind, actually, to be fair.
Yeah.
We're talking in the summer here, but there's a wee bit of wind is influencing the game here a wee bit. But Johnstone Burgh definitely have the ascendancy at this moment in time. Here's a chance for a 1-for-1.
Well, a little bit of curve in that. Just wasn't high enough, I don't think.
No, I think he definitely should have been attacking the fullback, because John McClay had made a couple of runs forward there and was in a bit tired. But good opportunity, a set piece. They scored with the last one.
So, this will be the end swinger, Gilmore. Oh, well away that time. That's McClay in there using his height all the way back. Oh, that was very late.
Could find himself in trouble here.
3 players have gone down. One in the initial collision, and then in the follow-through. That was quite violent, and I think, again, it wasn't so much malicious, it just sheer determination to get in there first. Watch it coming in here. He couldn't stop himself.
Stuart Hendon, yeah, I think he definitely went to get the ball there, but it was mistimed. It's how the referee views this one, because it definitely looked a bit bad. Yellow card suffice. That's the last thing we want, actually, because
No,
it's
sure.
a cup final. We don't want anybody to go off the park there, and I don't think, as I say, there was anything malicious, because there's none of the players have accepted it in the proper manner.
Talking about that, Johnstone Burgh don't have a goalkeeper on the bench.
Well,
and after yesterday, you know, the difficulties that can
this is
follow.
where I find that, you know, if they've got the opportunity of 5 subs, I honestly think they should definitely take the opportunity.
It's 3 out of the 5, of course, yeah.
Yeah, but if they've got the 5, they should still have a goalkeeper as one of the 5.
I mean, yesterday was nonsense. I mean, a cup final, I mean, they should have 5 substitutes. People pay a lot of money to see a cup final. It's over in 2.5 minutes.
It's typically us in Scotland, actually. In league football, we've got the opportunity of 5 subs, but then we go to cup ties and it's 3. You know, people must laugh at us, you know, how Scotland view things, and we do things differently with the 2 associations.
Well, I think Hannah will recover all right. Taking a little while with him. Originally on Blackburn's books, by the way, Ken Hannah. Well, the anxiety is growing down there. They had an exhilarating start going into the lead and then pulled back within a minute. So free kick, what can he do with this one? Well, it's not within shooting range. It's Campbell who's there too, the man who scored that second goal for them. I think he tried to bring Callum Milne into the action.
Yeah, that was one I think they tried earlier, and both players got annoyed with each other, but the delivery there again was not good enough. I think Callum wanted to try and get working round the back off the winger there and knock the ball across goal. Bad delivery.
Campbell seems to take his eye off that. Gilmer. Gilmer did well to get that cross in. The big fella gets his set to it. Well, the trouble was angle there. He was up to it, the right height. And I think the nearness to the player again put him off.
Yeah,
Tommy.
put him off. But I think the striker here has got to go back across the goalkeeper. He's going there, I think, for the near post. I think he's got to go back across the goalkeeper, because the goalkeeper's coming from one side of his goal to the other. But good delivery from Stuart Gilmer. I think
Fred is always there.
We've got to see a bit more of that, getting yourself up the park to about 20 yards from goal and delivering the ball.
Less than 20 minutes remaining. And that goes all the way through. Light his play from the back, Campbell. A little bit of space. Oh, wasted there, the first touch. Not getting it cleanly enough. Yeah, free kick. Just when it looked as if Burgh might be picking up a good position there. That's intelligent play by McClay again. Making that little run and then ruins it.
Well, I just told you earlier that he had a really good left foot, actually. That's the usual
Oh, you can't get everything right.
That's the kiss of death.
Well, you know, that's part of the commentating trait. You anticipate something that just doesn't quite happen. But I think, you know, the danger exists at both ends now. And I still feel this big fella up front, number 9, Andy Hume.
Yeah, I think Whitburn have got to get, you know, I'd like to see a bit more from Kenny Hannah, Stuart Gilmer at this stage in the game by attacking the full-back and getting the ball coming across. Johnstone Burgh are handling things when it's played straight up to them, you know, like that instance there now, the centre half is going and competing.
Milne, a little bit exasperated from time to time, as if, you know, some of his mates are not responding to what he wants to do. Making that clear enough.
He's got a fiery temperament, Callum. He's had that throughout his career at Hibernian and Partick Thistle, but that's not such a bad thing. That shows you that how much he wants to win.
Here at the back again, Campbell.
This is better. This is what
he just didn't quite get it yet. Ball played out there to Gilmer. Gilmer, who was very promising in the first half as well. A lot of good runs.
We tend to overlook these players. That's Stephen Pryor at the back, the big tall centre half of Whitburn there, you know, and the other one at the other end, Derek Heaton. Both defenders, man-marking types, competitors, good players to have in your team. Very committed players.
Knocked out again, throw. So taken by Callum Milne. Kind of lull descending in the crowd at the moment. It's very even now, 2 each. Not quite sure what pattern is emerging in this last just over 15 minutes. We shall see. There's a potential there for, from what we've already seen, for somebody to nick one. And the short time available, we're getting the first shower of the day. A little cloudburst over the pitch. Play down to the left. Good clearance though. Clouston putting that one in well. Campbell was after it again. Good spell this for Whitburn. Oh, and a wild one by Steve Pryor. He's a man who played in the final against Camelon. Lost out on that occasion, still striving to get a winner's medal. He's got a lot to play for yet in the remaining 15 minutes. Did the right thing, slicing off his left foot though. Really is lashing down at the moment. Stabbed away from Gilmore. Campbell not so confident with that one, and I think we're seeing the elements more clearly now because it's raining, Tommy. It really is driving in towards that Whitburn goal.
Yeah, I think so. That's what we were talking about earlier, actually, and it has influenced the game, obviously, because Whitburn were the superior team in the first half, and Johnstone Burgh, I think, have shaded it in the second half. Finally balanced at this stage of the game.
Into the last 15 minutes. Missing out in that. It's a little bit tricky out there at the moment. Anna. Big McClay goes back with him. Yes, you'll get that one.
That's what Kenny Hanna has got to persevere and do, is run the side all the time and try and get crosses. Stuart Gilmore's coming across here.
That left foot of his. So they've been continually probing, hoping these two men will get forward. That's a decent ball again. A lot of curl in it. Well cleared that time. There's the substitute, laid that out well to Gilmore. I think he'll try to cut to that left foot of his. He does, and it just passed. The man who was going up there was Steve Pryor, 36-year-old captain of the side, trying to lead by example, and it almost paid off.
Any touch at all from him, actually, and it's a goal. But as I say, experienced bro. We were just talking earlier about the two centre halves. Will to win. He tried to get in the end of that, and another couple inches could possibly have made him the match winner there, because I think the game, a goal at this stage could be very important.
Well, I think it really could be the winner now. Now they have the advantage, Johnstone Burgh. The rain lashing down towards that Whitburn goal. When driving it, cool, neat play there by Milne. Didn't reach his target though the way he wanted to. McClay will pick this up. Tried to use Prater's pace. I thought there was a little nudge there. Referee thought a fair shoulder charge. Butter with it. McClay. And I think that might be goal kick, in fact. The referee spotting that right away. I think we're about to see another substitute. Looks as if Paul Taylor is coming on. And it's Ken Hanna who's going off. Taylor is coming on. There he is, Paul Taylor, number 12. He's played a lot. He's played for Aberdeen, Mansfield, Dunfermline, Dumbarton, Berwick Rangers, and these five have boots will travel, I think, with him.
Yeah, he plays in the wider area. Came on in the left, and he's took up that position with Stuart Gilmore moving over to the right-hand side off the park.
Longest serving player for Whitburn. Gilmour coming across. There's McClay, good defensive qualities as well.
Yeah, he gets himself back. He's got a hard job, John McClay, sort of working up and down, and it's a good understanding between him and Grant Clark at the back.
Milne putting it out there, and that's gone behind.
Yeah, as John pushes into the front area of the park, Grant Clark, who's the double centre half, is coming across there and giving good cover for him.
Just going behind there, getting it to the flanks and sweeping it across. They haven't long to go now. This is going to be very tense, not just for the supporters, but for these men down there, like George, the manager, has worked so hard to lift this club again into the glories that they once knew, way back. Up it goes. We could be going to extra time, of course. Gilmour couldn't get that in. I think, apart from anything else, the legs will be getting a little tired. Good turning there. Ball played inside. Ooh, he tried to chip it that time, Frater. He'll play it wide. Coming up there, Ryan. And it goes away again. Well, that's a risky one. The goalkeeper might just make it. A touch of the Beckenbauers off him. Oh, there's no offside here. There's Milne. Look at Milne, the way he came back there. He's got to let fly. 10 minutes left. It's no offside. Who's coming in there? Jet pass! David Broley. And you wonder if there was a little bit lack of real conviction to get this. Oh no, he went after it.
Yeah, definitely attacked it well, actually. It was a good delivery, coming in aggressively at the back, and the ball was always just ahead of him there.
You think it was easier to find a net that
time? Well, I think he's got to go back across the goal. That's the two headers we've seen, Andy Hume at one end and David Broley at this end, where they're going for the near post. If they go back across the goal, they've got a better opportunity. But credit must go to John Miller in the wide area there. Good delivery.
Well, I think you were seeing the very tense face there of George Walker, and like his counterpart, he realised he's just a little slip now. Now the rain, as I said, came on in a real downpour, and I think they'll have to be very, very simple and safe with the ball at the back, because it certainly
any
is.
Time now.
So I think in many cases we've seen in cup finals incidents near the end of game where the pressure tells, where they're very, very anxious, and that could happen in this game yet, to change the balance altogether. Here's the other sub coming forward, played there by well in there, and the goalkeeper behind that. Here's Gilmour going for it. Hume gives him backing. Once again, Taylor getting that through, and no chance of anybody running onto it. Well, we only have 8 minutes or so left, just less than that, plus stoppage time, so time for Tommy McLean to make up his mind about the man of the match and give us good reasons.
Yeah, well, obviously, I think I've looked at 2 or 3 and I've been caught between John McClay, who's been good on the left-hand side for Johnstone Burgh, but I think Callum is the one. Callum Milne at full-back for Whitburn. Excellent in the first half and showed good defensive qualities in the second half when Whitburn have been against the cosh a wee bit. So Callum just shades it.
Not too many arguments about this. Gilmour going to try the shot. It's gone off the post. Goalkeeper didn't quite get hold of it. And that's the first mistake that Donoghue has made in the game. But I think the mistake though it was a deflection there and it saved the day.
Yeah, it was a good strike. Stuart Gilmour cutting inside the full back. But I think the goalkeeper obviously must throw his hands up there, and the mistake, he's got to parry that one away. Lucky to get away with it. I think it came off the post there. Another opportunity at a corner kick here where Whitburn are dangerous, overloading at the front post again.
I think Craig is about to come on. Up it goes, there's nobody there for it. They played out wide again and is almost a cavalry charge into the box here. Just touched away, good defensive work. Played out. Here's Gilmer again, who's come to the right-hand side. Still the pressure on. Johnson Burgh putting it anywhere now, realizing a slip down, the game is over, but that is a weak ball played forward there by Sean Bonner. And I'm sure the Johnson Burgh defence were delighted to see that. I think Kevin Craig is about to come on now. And the man we were talking about there, Sean Bonner, goes off tiring, as I think that last effort demonstrated. Just over 5 minutes remaining. And Ray Fallon is about to come on for Johnson Burgh towards the end of this game, and I think the referee waiting until these substitutions are verified. Holding up the play, in fact. And it's number 2, Alec Ryan, who's coming on, doing a very good game. In fact, on he comes then, Raymond Fallon. I don't think there's any doubt about it. The tiredness will be creeping into legs now. Looks as if Campbell has injured himself.
Yeah.
Yes. Stretched himself, and I think well, there's a bit of cramp as well. The way look at the way he stretches out, then twists an ankle maybe. Not too happy about it.
Good credit from Lee Martin there, just knocking the ball out when he sees the lads injured. And it shows you how the spirit that this game's been played in.
Really has been non-stop. So towards the end of this game, I think concentration is absolutely necessary by both teams. No slip-ups. Play the ball simply in defence. Make the tackles incisive and accurate. And again, I think we're having another substitution. It's Maguire, I think, is coming on. Yes, it's David Brawley who's going off. So Maguire is now on. There's a nice little touch there. Looked like a handling offence. Whitburn will want to play it wide, and they do, and the referee says too quickly taken. So Milne in a position to put this forward again. Sliding it out to the substitute again, Taylor. Looking inside. And the goalkeeper read that this time. Maguire. Played that in nicely. There's McClay. Well, he did the right thing at this stage, but all of it may have lacked a little composure. He could have,
yeah, I thought
maybe another second on the ball.
Yeah, possibly when you get in the box, you're looking to attack defenders. I thought he should possibly have been running at the defender there, and then instead of trying the shot. But it's this stage in the game where I don't think anybody wants to make a mistake now, Archie, you know, because it's, you know, it's costly now.
4 minutes of stoppage time over and above what you see on the screen there. palpably tiring both sets. Now, Hume taking an eternity to turn there. Oh, bit of a tangle. That was Tynus, but Burgh break out of it well. Now, here's a man who's very pacey. That was a vital tackle there.
Stephen Pryor's another one that we've overlooked a wee bit here. You know, I think he's had an excellent match there at the centre of defence for Whitburn.
You had to get that one, that's for sure. Look at him coming in there.
Yeah, great tackle.
And the near leg tackle like that sometimes brings about an infringement.
Yeah, well,
it's
as I say, you know,
one.
he's close to the linesman there, and any missed time, he could find himself in serious trouble. But
went
eye
down
on
to
the ball.
So free kick.
Another threatening area, actually.
Yeah,
You're on this
exactly, with
area
a
of the
greasy
park
ball.
here, and you see the rain cascading down there.
It's getting, I think, badly needed massage there. It really is lashing down now. Almost a monsoon. Some of the players might be the beneficiaries of that, just giving them a little refreshment. Ready to take this. Throw in on the far side. I don't think he'll get this. It'll slide over now. Rain assisted, greasy pitch now on the surface anyway. No rushing by the goalkeeper to take this. May well be they've settled, you know, psychologically anyway for extra time.
I think that's what it is. At this stage in the game, there are players out there who are frightened of a mistake being costly, and I think they're erring on the safety side.
Long high one. Hume. It's looking a little bit cumbersome now. Getting away from his mark at that time though. Gilmour's looked good since coming to this side. Substitute again. That's Craig. Gilmour wants to play it in. Now that
Corner.
touched Burgh head, I think.
Yeah, definitely a corner kick
Yes.
there.
I think the referee got that one wrong, but he looks tired, as so many of them do, and it's going to be interesting if we get into extra time. So little 4 minutes, as I said, of stoppage time, as to how they'll cope with it. Oh, referee seemed to me to delay his reaction.
A head injury, Archie. I think he's
Stop
notified
it because
there.
of that,
A
yeah.
head injury.
In they go, there's the clash. Yeah, elbow in the head. You'll be glad about. All of them will be a little rest here. Annoyed with himself, Colin Campbell. Well, if they get the cup, it'll be somewhat stronger liquid he'll be drinking. Certainly go through a packet of these in games like this. He's recovered. That was the substitute. Jim Maguire played inside. Now the break.
Yeah, tiredness now.
Yeah. Here's McClay. Offside. The rain has stopped, the sun is back out again. And we're in countdown to the final whistle. Well cleared. Thought there was a jersey pulled there. McClay, that's the decent ball. On the edge of the box he is. Can he get his shot in? He can't. Just touched away. Well, that looked like a pass back. There's a loud shout of protest then from the supporters, but here's Gilmour. The last fling, as it were. Sorry, Tommy.
I think the referee had just turned his back there, actually, as that pass was rolled back to him there.
Long high one again. Chasing after it, the goalkeeper, slightly denying coming out.
Robert Burns has been a bit indecisive with the ball over the top at times. That's two occasions where I think the defence have been looking for him coming and taking things, taking responsibility, but he's been a wee bit hesitant.
Just a few seconds remaining of stoppage time. We'll be going to extra time, of course, which we'll be coming to after our break. McClay won't chase after that. Seconds remaining. Gilmore. Played neatly inside. Too slack. It really has been punishing as the final whistle goes. 90 minutes are up. The game ends after 90 minutes. A 2-all draw, which means we're going to extra time, and of course we'll be covering that live for you. And we'll be back to the extra time after our break.
Homebase have been hammering down prices again.
Prices hammered, Leslie.
We're hammering up to 30% off the price of all exterior paints.
Ooh. And these? Oh.
We're hammering up to 20% off the price of all resin furniture and barbecues.
Great prices.
They've been hammered.
And we're hammering up to 20% off the price of all hedge and grass trimmers.
Price hammered. Hammered. Hammered.
With prices hammered right around the store, you're better off at Homebase.
Call me irresponsible. Call me unreliable. Throw in
Your home may not be protected as much as you like to think. Now you can get instant protection online. For instant home insurance, visit InsureDirect at lloydstsb.com.
Imagine if we had to do everything through an estate agent.
Would you like to look round, sir? Normally we insist on an appointment. Look, I can manage on my own. Oh, I think you'll find you need a bit of help, sir. We are the local experts. Not quite you, is it, sir? What about number 4? Enormous potential.
At easier.co.uk, you can sell your home with no commission, no estate agents, no problem.
Would you like to leave a small deposit, sir?
The new Braun Synchro is our first shaver whose head moves from side to side, so it captures more hair and cuts closer. And to keep it feeling like a new shave every day, here's how to clean it.
Style and value definitely interest me.
We like Italian design leather.
I just want to kick off my shoes after a hard day.
If I see something I like, I want it now.
You can have any Devonvale furniture for no deposit and 3 years interest-free credit, but only at Sterling.
The mobile phone is changing. Switch to BT Cellnet's new internet phone and you can email anyone in the world. So now, for the same price as an ordinary mobile, you can keep in touch with whoever you want, whenever you want. Surf the net. Surf the BT Cellnet.
Like it. Like it, babe. Yeah, like it. To me, eyes to me. Kiss the alligator, watch the teeth, darling. Oh, I like it. Take 5, babe. Love it.
He's taken the car and the alligator's eaten my handbag.
Welcome back to Burgh. We're about to see extra time in the Scottish Junior Cup. It ended 2-2 between Johnstone Burgh and Whitburn after 90 minutes. And now, tactics, individual personalities, skill, they're all contributing factors, but I think the most important one is fitness. It really is survival of the fitness now, of the fittest, and I think clearly so many tired legs in that last 15 minutes or so and 90 minutes. One wonders who will come through this trial of strength. And there's no doubt about it that they've both had their chances at either end, and one team is certainly going to regret it. You could hardly say how this will level out at the end now, Tommy. It's difficult to distinguish between the teams.
As I say, it's now a case of there are 22 players out there. They all want to win it, but it's how much they're prepared to give to get the prize. I think that's what it's all down now in extra time. It's the hungriest, more determined team, because there's not a lot in it.
Nicely played by Martin. Almost getting through ball, picked up by Campbell. Gilmer had lain in deep there, taken away by Hume. He still has it now, Hume with it. Is he going to try the shot at goal? No dig in that whatsoever. Probably did the right thing going through himself, although there were players on either side of him. That'll be cut off. Hume did that well, gets support. That was the substitute again, Taylor. Free kick. And I think we're going to get fouls, Tommy, through just mistiming through tiredness.
That's actually what it is. It's tired tackles now coming in.
See it here, just look at them. 1.8 seconds late in that one.
Credit to Paul Taylor there. You've got to have positive players at this stage in the game, and he was prepared to attack the defender there. Callum Milne possibly fancies a pop at this here.
Certainly shaping up for it. Milne, oh no, it's clipped forward and just touch past. Well, the big man, Steve Pryor, came up there again. 36-year-old captain, leading by example, just not at the end of it.
I think he's hurt himself there. He's overstretched possibly.
Well tackled again. Milne. That's a neat looking ball. Kept their eye on the ball well there. Straight to the keeper. Milne behind it again. I don't, from these early signs in this extra time, they're hitting the ball forward a lot. I don't think there were too many players wanting to work hard on the ball. They just won't be capable of doing it physically.
Yeah, it's the experienced players. There's quite a few in the over 30 mark, and the Whitburn team will be feeling it at this moment in time.
Getting another substitution, I think. Johnstone Burgh. Number 9 going off.
It's a bit of a strange one, because I think Alan Frater's caused the threat. Caused the threat for him, whether it's an injury or what have you, but he's been a dangerous player for Burgh.
While Frater goes off, we've complimented him on his pace in this game. to McClay. Player who's come on, by the way, is Cameron Connie, who's a long throw expert, by the way.
It's an interesting change in tactics. Connie has come on and went into the left full-back position, and they've pushed John McClay into a forward area further up the park.
What I just kept in, unfortunately, there for the Whitburn player. Given away by Milne again. Yes, that'll be a free kick. I think he fell very heavily on that hard edge there. The referee was right on top of it. Right over him like that. I think he might have been just a little bit concerned about him, but he's okay. Milne giving them plenty time to get forward. High away there by Taylor. There's free kick. On, that's better play by Johnson. Burgh can't get a shot in. Again, Taylor, who's seen a lot of the ball so far, getting behind that. But they moved the ball around briskly there. They brought down, that's Hume trying to touch it through. Cross there by Maguire, and out of play. Played just about 7 minutes of extra time. The pace is slowing and slowing.
Yeah, it's definitely slowing down now. Cameron Connie, who come on there as a substitute, has definitely adopted the left back position and allowed John McClay to play as one of the front three.
Well, that's a head collision again there. Connie, in fact, who went down like a log, it has to be said, as two of them into it. You can hear that clash from up here. Derek Heaton was involved in that. I said he's suffered a lot through injury. Seems to be out cold. He'll be all right. They really have given everything. In many ways, it's a pity it had to go to extra time, because, you know, there was a sense of exhilaration about the first 90 minutes of the game, and a lot of good football, and it was exciting. The crowd were bubbling. Now there's a tension and a tiredness which combined has rather reduced the level of the game.
Yeah, you've definitely, it's died a wee bit now, actually.
Safely to the keeper. Played through the middle, here's a chance. Cameron again, can he take it? There's an open goal there and he can't put it away. Just not sharp enough. Well, when he picked that up, it was Campbell, in fact. Campbell going through with it, and it was too lumbering. Wild shot there by the substitute, Terry Wilson. Well, he's already got his name in a score sheet, and that time he looked so tired going through. There you are, Tommy, one way or the other. He just couldn't get enough balance here and played just a little bit too wide.
Just took it too wide, and as you say, a bit of tiredness in his play now.
Really running after that ball to any great desire there, the substitute, Ray Fallon.
you're going to feel for the team that loses this today, Archie, because they've given their lot, you know, both sets of players. You sometimes wonder whether it's worth going straight into penalty kicks at the end of the 90 minutes rather than the extra time.
And yet everybody thinks that's too much of a lottery. I mean, you never liked them, Tommy, you know, when you had to sit and watch them.
It puts the responsibility on the individual, but as I say, a lot of tired players out there, and I think the game is definitely sort of lacking a bit of impetus now.
They can't seem to break out of tight little situations and open the game up.
It's cumbersome now, isn't it? It's getting a bit cumbersome. We've got to now start making the ball do the work and get good possession on the ball and pass it properly. Retain possession and hopefully get good penetration at the end of it.
There's the captain. That was close. Stroked away by Milne again. Two players going after that. That could have been disastrous. Kept his cool, Lee Martin. Hume. That's a better ball. Taylor taking it wide. Getting support from Milne again. The kind of move that produced that penalty kick. Just offside. Out came the Johnstone Burgh defence, and Hume was left totally isolated. And just as well, better move there as Milne. I just wonder, maybe it's taking a little bit of a risk if your man of the match, Callum Milne, should be attacking that defence just a little bit more.
Well, I think he did the right thing there, because he played the short, sharp pass and continued the move and then rolled it into the middle. But the big lad Andy Hume found himself in an offside position with Johnstone Burgh pushing up. But you've got to sort of play things at that pace now, is shorter and sharper.
All the muscles really being tested now. Bit of a wind got up, and I think we're appreciating it. When the sun's out, you didn't notice it so much. Then the rain came on, and we appreciated it was driving from right to left. As you watch the pictures, at the moment, it's Whitburn who are getting the advantage of that. And I suspect, Tommy, if Burgh can hold out just for this 15 minutes, and there's only 3 minutes left of that, they might have a superb advantage in the second part.
I think it's been an important factor, actually, in influencing the game today. Both teams have been in top when they've been playing with the wind at their backs.
Well, that's a free kick, surely, yes. And I think there's going to be a booking here. There's indeed for Bruce Clouston.
No, I think that's Colin Campbell.
Campbell, I think, yes.
Campbell,
It's Campbell, yes.
For an experienced player, that's a rash tackle. Because what it does, it allows Johnstone Burgh to get their bigger players into the box, and they've now got to defend in the box.
Having a little rest, I think he's struggling a bit as well. One of the players, as Tommy pointed out, an experienced player, but on the other hand, getting tired as he is. Missed timings are creeping into this game. Perhaps glad of this little rest again. I think he's all right. Hatching a little plot across there, it seems to me. Right in the middle of that is John Miller. Haven't seen too much of him recently, but Campbell has recovered and he's booked at the same time. Now this is an anxious moment for this Whitburn defence. They cannot afford to lose a goal just before the end of the first part of extra time. Oh, swept in, far post. It's a bit hard and high.
That's criminal, actually. You know, he's got time to assess the situation, and he overhits the thing. I think he did it earlier in the first half too. John Miller, you expect a bit better from him.
So goal kick. Less than a minute less of left of this first part of extra time. trudging his way back, the goalkeeper. There's a touch. Will wants to take that throw in. It's my ball. Well, my ball. McKenna used to play here, I believe, for Hill. Then it is to Hugh. Nobody getting across there to any great effect. It's a goal kick. Well, certainly we've seen some good crosses in this game. Tommy Hughes, a former winger, appreciated that.
We've got them from the right areas of the field too, actually, you know, down into the last third and coming across defenders. It's tired legs now.
Yeah, and that anxiety about making a mistake.
Yeah, that's always the thing, the fear factor at this stage. And making a mistake is always the uppermost in your mind.
And that's just over. Well, that couldn't have been very far away. Out of the blue. Just taking the direct route to goal. There was a bit of dip in the ball, but it didn't come soon enough.
It was clever thinking. Clever thinking. Took it early. Goalkeeper had no chance. It's on target. It's a goal.
And I think we're there he is, letting blast with that. The substitute, Jim Maguire. Chasing after the ball. He's had a good game, Bruce Clouston, though, but it'll be telling on him now. It's his 34th year. Well, the Borough supporters seem to be the more vociferous at the moment. I don't know if that's an indication. Touched inside neatly and swept away again. This time by Martin, and there we reach the end of that first part of extra time. Still 2 each. Still the goals from the first 90 minutes, and very difficult to separate them now, except, as we pointed out, there is a stiffish breeze blowing. Certainly was 5 minutes ago, almost blowing all the papers away here, and now Johnstone Borough have the benefit of this. And coming after all this football, you've got to look at all the factors combined. As I said at the start, fitness is one of them, and now maybe, Tommy, the elements.
Yeah, the elements are definitely playing a vital part. The other thing is, I'm not so sure that Johnstone Borough are getting the best out of John McLeay since he's been moved into the front area, Archie. You know, I think Alan Frater was doing well with good movement up there, and John McLeay was getting good crosses from the left side, but the central area hasn't been influencing the game as much as he was.
Off we go into the second period. Remember, this game could go to penalty deciders. Both semi-finals, by the way, were decided on the penalty shootout. Johnstone Borough won theirs 3-0. Shorts missing all the penalties. And 3-2 for Whitburn and theirs shootout. Both goalkeepers, by the way, made excellent saves in these semi-finals, Robert Burns and Alan Donoghue. That's not a bad ball. Yes. Not sharp enough now to pick these things up. Plenty of time now for the keeper. She'll want as long as she can get. Came off the head of Clouston, but I don't think he actually meant that. Put away. Well, these balls are being won in the air effectively. Oh dear, oh dear. Simple little passes. That was Miller again going astray. 2 cup winners' medals, Glen Afton, where he scored the winning goal, and for Atherley, 94 and 98 respectively, now after his 3rd medal. that's just swept away again. Cramp now taking over. And players obviously into the Good Samaritan Act when it gets like this. Referee simply waving the play on here. Could be played wide. Back to the substitute again, this time it's Fallon. Bit of space here. Here's McClay. Oh, he was looking for somebody to come down the left. That's a good tackle, but a man had been praising Johnstone. Johnstone Borough supporters trying to get behind the team and give them that little extra surge. Both teams requiring support at this stage. And a Johnstone Borough player down in the centre circle, which means there'll be another hold-up. Yes, I think they've got to bring the physio out to have a look at him. One or two, the defensive performances have been good after all.
Yeah, I think they've been sound defensively. Lee Martin, I think they've used all the subs too, so I don't think there's any option. Well, he's just got to persevere and get on with it now.
I don't know. Why not have 5 subs?
Yeah, well, as I say, at this stage in the
Why not have
year,
5
yeah.
subs? What's the point?
Well, sometimes you look at things in pre-season, Archie, and sometimes it becomes a bit of a farce when it's changed. But in instances like this, you know, when it's tired players and genuine players, you know, I think freshness helps. Definitely freshness helps at this stage.
You think the changes have taken place in the likes of rugby with the sin bins and everything else? That's sending up down the Maryhill Road.
They recovered fairly quickly there.
Glad of the rest. I think we'll get our ball back all right. Well, what has he got to scream at his team now to lift them up? George Walker, as I said, he's been connected with the club for 20 years now. Requires a little bit of composure. Change the whole game. Here's Miller. Nobody will get that. Well, at this stage in the game, you're required to make the statutory statement, Tommy, that it looks like it's going to penalties, and then suddenly bang, somebody scores. Yeah, well, but it does look like that.
It looks like it's heading that way, actually. You know, there are not a lot of players prepared to make forward runs. And as I say, what they've got to do is possession of the ball is really, really important, because you can influence the game if you retain possession.
Taking an eternity to take these goal kicks now, even. Played straight out by Hugh. Did well to get in and flick that across, but they've been covering up well, the Whitburn defence. Gilmer touched away from him, but he gets the benefit of the referee that time. And I think somebody's been moaning about it, and the referee's going to have a word with him. Yes, it's the substitute.
Yeah, Terry Wilson got himself involved there. And Cameron Coney, is it?
Yep. Free kick. Yes, there's the arguing going on there. No fraternal greetings as we're about to take this free kick. Again, they'll be aiming for the big man's head. Plays it wide this time. In fact, I think 2 wides. Didn't have the legs to get after it. You'll find it difficult to get this down to any player. Like that, for example. Hume gets it inside. Game being played in tiny little areas now. They're finding it difficult to break out. It's all about pace, and the goalkeeper read the difficulties and the danger. Flicks that to Mill. Oh, I think Mill was just simply glad to get rid of the ball that time. There he is again. Not a single Johnstone Burgh player across the left-hand side. The ball disappeared. And they want that ball played forward. Some space here for Lindsay, the captain. Kicked away there by Hendren. And out of play. And a lot of the players are suffering cramp now, because Hendren has drawn up. Hume at the back. He's almost got to a standstill at the moment, but they break out of it this time. Just got away with it, and that was a little bit late. Referee ignoring it though, or is he? Certainly Callum Milne's going across towards it.
I think he's given a throw into Whitburn actually.
Yeah. I think Johnstone Burgh supporters in the stand there not giving him a rousing welcome. Not enough players forward there for Johnstone Burgh. And certainly none up there, and this will be easy enough for the goalkeeper. Long and high, straight to Milne. You won't get past him that way. Looked as if there was a push initially. Yes, free kick to Johnstone Burgh.
There's another lad went
yes,
down.
there's another one down. The cramp has really got to them. You could feel the pain from the
that's
end.
Lee Martin again.
Yes,
isn't it? Lee Martin again. It's his second, third time he's been down, the lad.
Well, the player who went in there was Derek Heaton, but then suddenly, with nobody near him, the cramp took over, and he's really suffering.
It's sad how the game's deteriorated actually,
yes,
because the first 90 minutes was definitely quite an exciting encounter.
Yeah.
But extra time, as I say, with the effort that the players put in to the 90 minutes, is definitely taking its toll.
Physically, they can't cope.
Physically, you know, as I say, they're part-time lads working all day and what have you, and to go 2 hours is very difficult.
Played intelligently down the side. Got a ball put in there, but they've defended well all the time. No handball. Not a single Whitburn player in the Johnstone Burgh half when that was played forward. Well, Steve Pryor has won every ball in the air. That's a good-looking ball. Well, now,
yeah,
the linesman down there has come up with 1 or 2 razor-edge decisions.
I think Colin Campbell's wishing him well there again.
That's very close, though, eh?
Yeah, borderline. Colin's playing on the last man all the time, and definitely a wee bit borderline whether it is, but I think in that occasion the linesman got it correct.
Milne lets it go. It's a throw, though.
Yeah, it's one of them that Johnstone Burgh could press them into the corner.
Oh, I think he felt that was going for a goal
Yeah,
kick.
I thought he did. I thought he did, because wrong decision at the end of the day with the outcome.
Back he goes himself. Well, he'll have the nerve for a finish like this, no doubt about that. Already caused and taken an excellent penalty kick, so they're well prepared in that regard. Another free kick. Oh, a goal now would settle it.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anybody would come
most
back
certainly.
from it.
I don't think they've got the.
Look at the hesitation again. Well, it's not a clever ball playing it in field like that. Yes, well played out there by Connie. Played simply out of the park. Can't afford to make any mistakes now. Once again, the Johnstone Burgh supporters trying to raise the side. Any kind of initiative will be supported now. Connie, long throw expert, confounded us all there. Playing it coolly. Has he delayed it too long? No free kick there, no penalty. There was a shout from the crowd below us. Stabbed away and too much in that. That's out of play again, yes. So many misjudgments.
Yeah, they're expecting a long throw from Cameron Connie, but if you see his right hand strapped up, so whether he's got an injury to that, that's hampering hampering the thing. But he's caught us unaware a couple of times.
We're getting close to penalty kicks. Yes, a little bit of a shove there. Free kick. Whitburn. Could he do it? Well, he's been remarkably cool in this match so far. No chance of picking that up. Well, the man who came on with a great deal of experience, you know, Terry Wilson there, he's just looked a little bit cumbersome at times.
I think he's been very disappointing actually, you know, because he's definitely been playing the game standing still, and not a lot of movement about him now. Obviously he's got that knee injury, but definitely the game's passed him by at times.
You can understand why he wasn't first choice.
Yeah, you can understand that.
He's got a little bit of control, he's not all that bad. Here he is again now. A bit too obvious now. Here's Gilmer. Little touch inside was required. He'll settle for the goal kick. And we are now perilously close to penalties. Of course, we'll be staying with them. Yes, give us more, boys. Finding it hard to find the resources, the physical resources to do it with Hughes McClay, and I think offside. Yes, player running off the ball. Dreadful free kick taken there, Gilmer. Another throw. That's the Whitburn supporters we can hear now. Well, Coulson wants somebody to come towards him. Couldn't reach his man. Coulson plays it down. Nice turn there by Campbell. Campbell. Yes, he'll get a throw though. Kept his balance well. Little touch by Human, coming in was the substitute. Just almost got a touch, Craig there. Do anything but make a mistake. That's what's going through their minds now. And there it is, we are into a penalty shootout. And both sets of supporters rise to these teams. As Tommy rightly said, it's a pity it did go to extra time. The first 90 minutes was very entertaining indeed, and then the game, to be perfectly honest, died where clearly they indicated it simply did not have the physique to face up to other extra time periods, because They both had played in extra times and penalty shootouts in the semi-finals and coming at the end of a long, hard season. It was simply too much for them. The football disappeared, the organisation went out the window, and we had rather negative football and simple mistakes being made. But that is maybe a little bit too harsh to say that you've got nothing other than that happening in a game when we had a lot of good football in the first 90 minutes. Let's go back into the studio to hear Jim and his guest.
Yeah, thanks very much, Archie. We're about to have penalty kicks. Obviously, that's going to take a couple of minutes just for the coaches to speak to the various players who will be asked to take the first 5 penalties. It could go to more than 5, of course. We have to wait and see. John Lambie was watching that extra time with me. A lot of very tired players out there, John.
Yeah, a lot of players taking cramp. But I mean, they put a lot into the first 90 minutes, and all credit to them. I mean, I think a draw was a fair result, and I don't like to see games getting settled with penalty kicks, but it happens. But I don't like to see it at all. I would like to see something else done, another game played back to the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, but we were talking through extra time, and it just, apart from 1 or 2 chances, it never looked as if Indy was going to score, really.
No, but Whitburn got at the start of the second half, Whitburn got a great goal through the boy Colin Campbell, and within 2 or 3 minutes, I mean, the Burghs equalised again. And I thought the man that put the hero for Whitburn at that time, Campbell, actually turned his back and McClay's shot for goal. But that's football at the end of the day. I mean, Whitburn never got a chance to settle.
It's now all about these first 10 players holding their nerve, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is the thing I don't like about penalty kicks really is the guy that misses a penalty kick and puts their team out of the cup. That's a sore one to take. But it's up to the players to stand up and be counted. I'm glad I'm not one of them.
Callum Milne was Tommy McLean's OBD man of the match. I'm sure he'll be stepping up to take one.
No doubt about it. I mean, I think Callum Milne deserved the man of the match, and Tommy also mentioned the boy McLean. I lost a bit when they put him into the centre of the park. But in saying that, Callum Milne, he's got the temperament for this, and I think he'll take the first one, to be honest.
Okay, well let's just confirm that man of the match, OBD man of the match this afternoon. It was, of course, Callum Milne. And we have a competition winner, and that was Scott Brown from Bonnybridge. Scott Brown from Bonnybridge matched Tommy McLean's man of the match, which of course was Callum Milne. And Scott, I can tell you, you have won a complete set of football strips in the colours of your choice, numbers 1 to 16, the full kit. The penalties are about to start. Let's go back to Archie McPherson.
Thank you, Jim. Youngster winning our competition there. Mother's going to have a lot of washing to do, I would think. And the penalty shootout now. Johnstone Burgh. First penalty to be taken by the Burgh. And he takes it very well indeed, yes. Colin Lindsay, the captain, had opted to take the first one. So, 1-0. Whitburn now.
Yeah, similar to his free kick there, Archie stroked it away well. Further penalty kick.
Well, he should have the experience now, Callum Milne. Already scored with a penalty. Although having said that, in a penalty shootout, it's entirely different circumstances.
Yeah, the goalkeepers are the one that can get the glory in these situations.
Here he goes.
You've got to gamble, take a chance. Just inside the post.
Goalkeeper certainly chose the right dive. Yes, he went with the ball but played too wide. And I think actually Milne anticipated that a little bit, putting it that bit wide very late.
Yeah, well, with him scoring earlier, you know, he was caught, they'll go the same side or the opposite, but he chose the same side and the pace.
One each. By Martin. So Whitburn in the driving seat now. Oh, it's always an anguish for a man who misses in a penalty shootout. But I think footballers now realise just how cruel it is. There's always commiseration with somebody who misses.
Oh yeah, you've got to take it's the players with the bottle at this stage, Archie, and goalkeepers, as I say, they're the one that gain the glory.
And now now the substitute to take this, Paul Taylor. Oh, dreadful penalty kick. The legs went, and he has missed a glorious opportunity there.
Yeah, great opportunity, but he went for accuracy there, and as I say, there was no pace in the ball. Goalkeeper guesses the right way. I think at this stage in the game, they've got to ensure that they put pace on the ball. If they do that, they should beat the goalkeeper.
Next penalty kick. Connie to take this. Matter's wrist is wrapped up. Oh yeah, totally deceiving the goalkeeper. So the edge in front. And now Gilmer. I like this player, Gilmer, I must say. Bustling player. Very aggressive, especially in the first half. How much energy has he got left? Plenty. Good positive touch.
No danger about that. No danger about that.
And it's a long, long walk for players coming from the centre circle after somebody scored just in front of you, and that's exactly what is facing Johnny Miller.
The experienced player, Johnny.
Justin, well marked.
Excellent.
So it's very even at the moment.
Yeah, one miss each actually. There we go, Bruce Clouston, another experienced player.
I thought he had a fine game as well, taking a longer run. Just getting it in. Again, the goalkeeper decided to go the right way.
And he just got in there with that one.
So 3 each. And it gets even worse when it gets this way, Tommy. You haven't many penalties left now, and I think the players begin to realise that.
Well, they've got one each left now, I think.
Substitute again coming in here. Maguire.
Oh dear.
The Johnstone Burgh players in the centre circle have slumped. Too precise, too angled. And it is a very cruel business, is it not?
Actually, here's the captain taking the responsibility, Stephen Pryor. I think he's 36 years of age.
Well, he'll age slightly more now as he...
Captain of the club.
Yeah, he could win the cup now. Up he steps. Tall.
He's lost the last two finals, Whitburn this would be.
Here he goes, and he's taking a longish run to it. Is the cup theirs? Here it goes.
Yes, he's done it.
Have won the cup for the first time in their history. No wonder they're going mad. The captain has done it. He took the final responsibility, and that is how much they're enjoying this. Can you blame them? It's been long and tiring. The extra time period, I'm afraid, negated much of the good stuff that took place in the first 90 minutes, but ending up in that exciting, gripping final kick by the captain. The cup is Whitburn's for the first time, and it was so narrow, difficult to divide the team.
Yeah, the goalkeeper gets a touch in it, but just how the game went actually, it was to and fro. Each side had their opportunities when they were on top.
Well, you can hear them singing now. Both sets of supporters, I may say. Johnstone Burgh supporters staying right to the end, of course, for this. And we're about to get the presentation of the cup, which will follow very closely. And we've got the winning captain, the man who scored that penalty kick, Lukaciena.
Stevie, can you describe your emotions to me on taking that penalty kick, first of all?
I don't know if I can at this moment. I'm absolutely delighted. Absolutely delighted to go up there to take the last penalty as captain. Absolutely fantastic. Emotions are so high now at the moment. Absolutely brilliant.
You've sampled the emotions of defeat, Stephen. What does this mean to you now to lead the team to victory?
it means an awful lot to us, because I know what these boys are feeling at the moment in Johnstoneborough. I've been there before, I know what it's like. It's such a bad feeling to lose it, but what a feeling it is to win the Scottish Cup. A penalty decider, score the last one, absolutely magnificent.
All even at the break though, Steve. Extra time couldn't settle it. It's a cruel way to finish it with penalties, but somebody's got to win.
Definitely. I mean, I really feel for the Johnstone guys, because I think as the crowd and probably the TV audience would really agree it was a very good game, very competitive, and I'm just absolutely delighted to win the Scottish Cup.
Congratulations, go get the cup.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much.
That's Peter with him, and now we've got the manager with Katrina. Brian.
Brian, what a tremendous day for Whitburn. How are you feeling right now?
Fantastic, a bit emotional, but fantastic. Great supporters. I thought it was a close game, and I thought it could have went either way. They've hit the post, we've hit the post, and I thought it was quite an open game. And I think if they had won, I think they would have deserved it as well. It was a close game.
They got a very early goal, but you can get back into it straight away.
At half time, I said to the players, keep doing as you're doing. They were passing the ball well, and I actually didn't think, I thought they were the better team the first half, and it had been an injustice if we had been down half time. And the first passed the ball well, and then we got a great goal for the second one. We've worked really hard at corners, and then it's criminal to lose a goal so close after that. We'd scored, and then after that, there wasn't end-to-end stuff. I think the goalie's saving too many balls.
Tired legs and extra time, but you got there in the end.
So I think they'll probably get life back in their legs later on when we have a wee party in Whitburn tonight.
Can't believe that for a minute.
Oh, definitely. There's a lot of people at the club that they deserve it. There's Jimmy Ferguson's 92 or 93. He's been in the club for years, and these boys, I mean, they work really hard for the club. Tommy Smith, if he ever retired from Whitburn Juniors, we'd need 5 players. He lines the park, he brushes the boots, he cleans the strips, he irons the strips, and that's what it's all about for these people. Brilliant.
And you've been here as a player, beating finalists in '95. Yeah. Obviously today is just a tremendous occasion for you.
It's absolutely tremendous. I mean, everybody works really hard throughout a season to get to this, and this is just a fantastic occasion for everybody involved. And I've got lots of people to thank as well. My in-laws actually, they watch my kids during the week, Kenny and Pat Scott, and it's a fantastic day. And we're going to party now, and you're welcome back.
Oh, wonderful. What about a word for your supporters though? I mean,
tremendous all day. The boy with the drum come and got a pair of socks of us on Thursday at training, and it's just been great. But they've got good supporters as well, and they're still here. But fantastic day, and something I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
Well, I'll let you go and enjoy the party.
Thanks
then.
very much.
Thanks.
Cheers now.
Tommy, I think it's very nice that they've been thinking of the Johnstoneborough players and the supporters, even though they won the cup.
That's exactly what we're talking about. It's sad for the players that lose a final at that stage, but you see the supporters there, the reception of them.
And here's the presentation of the cup coming up now. The players one by one, tired, no wonder. Embracing the moment with destiny, not just the cup. What a distinction for any player to win a national trophy at any level. And the supporters of both sides I compliment. They've been battling vocally with each other throughout the afternoon. How they've kept the throats clear all that time is a bit of a wonder. It's provided a very good atmosphere to the players on the field itself. And the cup just about to be presented to the captain, the man who took that ultimate responsibility. Must have been nerve-wracking for him. The winners, Whitburn. Well, you heard the manager Brian there defining what junior football is all about, a man who does virtually everybody. Now, the man of the match, of course, was Callum Milne. Let's go to him now.
Callum, congratulations, man of the match. You played at senior for quite a while. What does this mean to you?
Oh, for the first time in my life, I'm speechless. I had a really bad start to the game. Since the goal, they scored the first goal, I thought we dominated the whole match. And to be perfectly fair, I thought we honestly deserved to win in the end.
Over the piece, so penalty kicks decided it. You stayed calm with yours.
Doesn't really matter. I'm the penalty taker in the team, so first one's down to me, and I scored it, so I'm just happy.
You had a miserable spell here at Fairhill. What does it mean to you to come back here and obviously be a winner?
Different class. I mean, it's a lovely big park. Yeah, it really is, and it showed us today. Although we never played our best, but we're still the winners, but it's the main thing.
Go and enjoy your day.
Thank you very much.
There we are. Maybe we should interview the wee fellow as well. It's becoming the habit now in football to bring the kids along. And I'm sure Callum's son will remember this forever. And now there's the cup going down towards the supporters. They've worked very hard for this.
Everybody wants in the picture. I think Archie down there, you've got some of the supporters.
Well, it's a whole, you feel with junior football, it's a whole community enterprise.
Yeah.
Everybody is involved in this.
There, the lad with the drum just going out a picture there that we've been hearing but haven't been seeing. It's better than that.
Sartorial elegance. Well, that's the anthem of the champions. The beginning of a long party for these players, and the end of our season as well, of course. Look at these supporters, long hard trail. As Jim said right at the start, so many clubs have participated in the Scottish Junior Cup. It really is a monumental effort. Here's the losing manager now, George Walker.
George, you worked tirelessly to try and turn this club around. It just wasn't meant to be today.
No, I felt, Whitburn, in the first half of the better side. I thought we were a better side in the second half. We hit the post. When we went 2-1 down, it was a bad goal we lost. We put a good goal back to make it 2 each. The header with Davey, the one that hit the post was a killer. I think that was a game finished. All due respect to Whitburn, they battled away as well. I hope they have a great night, the same as what we'll have in Johnstone. So we'll come back next year. We'll be back next year. We'll have to improve the side in a few places that we know we have to do, and hopefully we'll get to the final next year.
George, commiserations, thank you.
Well, that's the voice of a man utterly dedicated to football. He'll hang in there and try and get success.
These are the guys that you feel for, 20-odd year working hard for Johnstone Burgh. You feel for him today, but as I say, he's going to work again next year to try and ensure that the roles are reversed.
Well, there we are. I certainly have enjoyed this game, and I can now hand you back to Jim and John Lambie.
Yes, thank you very much to Archie and Tommy for their commentary this afternoon. Jubilant Whitburn fans, of course. I've got one beside me, John Lambie. You were cheering when that penalty went in.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great occasion for Whitburn and for Whitburn Town, especially for a boy, Jim Donald, who has cried Mr. Whitburn and who died, who got burnt to death. This would have been a great occasion for him, and I bet you every supporter in Whitburn will feel for him not being here today.
And Stevie Pryor, Archie and Tommy were talking about him taking the captain's responsibility, stepped up and blasted it.
Yeah, he done the right thing. I mean, centre half there, the last one you looked to take penalty kicks, but he done the right thing. But I think Callum Mullin set the standard as far as I'm concerned with Whitburn. His experience was absolutely tremendous for him today.
And did you feel a wee bit for Jim Maguire, the Johnstone player who missed the penalty?
Well, I said that earlier, I always feel for people. How will that boy feel tonight? I mean, there'll be no partying for him tonight. They'll be looking for consoling somewhere, but they're always going to be a winner, and I'm just delighted it is Whitburn. But I think really Johnstone Burgh deserve a lot of credit in the game.
Whitburn have been there twice and lost. To win this, it must mean a lot for that club.
You better believe it. It'll be absolutely superb. It's a lot for me also, being an ex-player. I started my career off with Whitburn, and I actually said after the last one, I don't think I'll ever see Whitburn winning the Scottish Cup again, but here I'm sitting here and I've seen Whitburn win the Scottish Cup, and I've got a chest infection at the present time, and I'm going to party with a few rumps tonight.
I hope it's OVD, John. You've done very well this afternoon. Thanks very much indeed. Yes, it's been a fantastic afternoon here at Firhill. Whitburn and John still celebrating winning the OVD Scottish Junior Cup, beating Johnstone Burgh on penalties. My thanks to John Lambie for his comments and analysis on the action this afternoon. As we said, it's party time for Whitburn. Well done to them from everyone here. Thanks for being with us this season. We'll see you next year. Bye-bye.